Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is not Apostate Prophet. This is a terrorist.
What's wrong with you?
Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is the Apostate Prophet. What's up? Hey, dude, what's up? How you doing?
Hey. Actually, you know what I was just thinking? I was just thinking there's no way he's going to be able to have that on very long. It's got to interfere with breathing and so on. And then I just realized that it's kind of impressive that all these Antifa guys and these Palestine defenders and stuff in the streets and stuff keep those masks on all day while running around and burning stuff and so on.
I'm not sure how you think this interferes with breeding. Yeah, it's probably better if you're ugly to put this on and then breed. Yeah. Oh, you said breathing. Oh, okay. No, sorry, I misunderstood that. Yeah. So today we want to look at a Muslim apologist and preacher who made a video about me and made a video about my wife, insulting my wife.
And now he has to face these little things called consequences.
Jack, do you know who you're dealing with? Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! I don't know why I thought of putting this on here. Doesn't even make any sense. It's ridiculous.
Let's see. How do I share this on YouTube? We're live.
Think yourself as a terrorist. This is a terrorist rag. Anyway, let's get rid of that. All right.
We're live.
For those who haven't noticed, it was actually me under the mask. It was actually me, Apostate Prophet. It might have been hard to tell. Lots of people might have missed it and thought it was a different person, but it's actually me. So today we want to talk about Brancatella.
No, we want to talk about consequences.
Today we want to talk about consequences. Thank you very much. Grazie, buongiorno. I will talk about Brancatella, pizza. Bellissimo. So we want to talk about I think he rebranded himself recently. His channel was called The Muslim Metaphysician, but then he changed his channel name to Jake Brancatella, which is very, very weird. I don't know why he did this.
Jake, how do you spell that? Bronco. Oh, never mind. It popped up in a search.
You don't know Italian?
I know it was
bra.
Let's see. Yeah, Jake Brancatella. I guess he's no longer a Muslim metaphysician.
Yeah.
I think it's because people kept making fun of him because he doesn't know anything about metaphysics and he sounds stupid from the perspective of anyone who knows anything about philosophy. And so maybe people just kept making fun of him. Then they were calling him things like Muslim meta retard and Muslim meta this and that. And so anyway, he might have gotten sick of it and just, all right, I'll go by Jake Brancatella. Yeah. How are you going to make fun of that?
Brancatella. I make fun of Jacob Brancatella.
Why does he look so angry at the beginning? Is that how he starts the video? For everyone, I have not seen the video. I saw the thumbnail and the title and so on. I have not watched the video. Why does he look so ticked off?
I think this is.
But he's got like the laughing emoji, so I assumed he was going to be like laughing and stuff.
Got really depressed after he left Islam and he considered committing suicide, but.
This is the introduction. This is the intro, and then he plays his actual clip. That's very, very weird. That is very weird. That is some very weird thing to do. So yeah, his video is titled "Mrs. Apus has left atheism for
That
Christianity."
was a no. I would have totally been fine with him making a respectful video about your wife converting to Christianity. Would have been totally fine with it. He literally has to start the title with an insult. And AP, is Jake ignorant of how we respond when people go after wives? Is this something, has he just not heard? Has the news not reached him of how we tend to respond to things like that? Can he say, oh, I didn't know you guys would respond like this? Is he in that position? Or is he basically in a position of knowing exactly how we respond to things like this, and he did it anyway? So if A, then B, A, therefore B. Did you learn that in philosophy, Jake? Did you learn that one? If I go after the wife, then they respond with massive Quran desecration and Muhammad cartoons and all this stuff. Oh, I am going to do this. Therefore, what's going to happen? It's as logical as logic gets. So you knew it. If you knew it, then you basically wanted the outcome. Are you an undercover ex-Muslim? Are you a secret ex-Muslim who's trying to incite as much Quran desecration and mockery of your fake child molesting, semen covered, demon possessed fake prophet as
demon possessed? Yeah, that's pretty good, man. I don't know. It's hard to figure out. I mean, is he does he just not know? Is he ignorant, or could it be?
You sick in the mind? Are you that mentally enslaved, intellectually subservient, and intellectually molested, ideologically molested?
We don't know.
Did anyone else hear that as an echo? I heard it as echo. I heard two.
Oh yeah. Oh, come on. I had my here.
No, I don't. Oh yeah. Other people are saying.
You sick in the mind? Are you that mentally enslaved and intellectually subservient and intellectually molested and ideologically molested?
Better. Perfect,
okay,
perfect.
good.
That is a perfect response from Muhammad Hijab to Jake, the Muslim metaphysician.
There's a reason why I played this clip, and we will see that in a little bit as we watch this video by the very, very intelligent and very insightful Muslim metaphysician Jake Brancatella.
I don't know how we're not shredding Qurans right now just from the title, man. You actually want to go through the video?
Yeah.
I feel like that title requires matter of fact. Oh man.
How about just start with one here.
Huh?
So dear Jake. I'm kind of glad that he named himself Jake again, because I was kind of I don't want to say Muslim metaphysician. Maybe
just say the Dawa Gandhis, formerly known as the Muslim Metaphysician. That's an easy title.
Yeah. Muslim metaphysician sounds kind of it sounds pretentious, and it's a mouthful. And I wanted to make a joke about what I just said about that word, but I will leave that to some other time when I feel like joking about the word mouthful in relation to his prophet. However, here's the Quran. So I want to say, Jake, you should probably know by now that it is not a good idea to insult people who are not afraid of your religion, people who disrespect your religion, who don't respect your religion, who don't like your religion, who deserve the death penalty according to your religion, who deserve to be subjugated and fought according to your religion. Dear Jake, why would you sit there and continue to insult people and make these disrespectful remarks? Do you not know that the Quran itself says to you that you shall not insult what other people see holy, lest they insult Allah in return? Did you not learn your own Quran? Did you not learn the hikmah from the Quran? Dear Jake Brancatella.
Low hikmah individuals.
Very
low hikmah
very low hikmah here. So, dear Jake, I want to make it very clear. I would not do this for no reason. However, since you like to be disrespectful, and I know that this is something that you react with with a lot of anger and anxiety to. Here.
Whoa.
This is what happens. This is what happens.
This is what you get.
That's what they do.
It's what you get. Hey.
Yeah. Later I will pee on this.
I've got other stuff I'm going to do. You know what? I've got Arabic Qurans of various sizes here. We're going to use some of those, but I wanted to, I've got this Yusuf Ali, and it reminded me that's kind of what started it all several years ago when they started going after wives. And I reached for, I believe it was a Yusuf Ali, and then I went for Surat Al-Fatiha. I grabbed Surat Al-Fatiha, and you made a video where you were ripped up an entire Quran while asking Muslims why that is worse to them than actually killing people and killing you and so on. Anyway, I'm just going to start with Surat Al-Fatiha of the Yusuf Ali. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
This is actually the only Quran that I have left. And when you look at it closer, you can actually probably see that that there are a bunch of pages missing here in this Quran, because I've established a habit of ripping parts out whenever I sense that there is some disrespect toward me or toward other people in the name of Islam. So unfortunately, today I will have to get rid of the last remaining Quran that I have. We'll have to order more Qurans. We'll have to get more Qurans.
All right, wait 1 second. Way ahead of you. So, AP, I don't know what they have in Turkey, but in the U.S., kids go to Boy Scouts, and then they learn to always be prepared. Always be prepared. And so you have to be prepared for any situation. So one, you might want individual Quran pages, regular individual Arabic Quran pages ready. Got to have those ready. And like you, I have a well-used Quran for emergency purposes and so on. But then you have to have backups. You don't know what the situation is going to be like. I might burn through this like nothing, right? You might want to make an extra point. So then you need like a big Quran, right? Look at that. Whoa, look at this big Quran. Ooh, look at these beautiful pages. Ooh, Jake really wants us to do something with these. But guess what? You don't know what the situation is going to be. You don't know how disrespectful these clowns are going to be. So you might even need, you might even need this bad boy. Oh, yeah. Hey, Jake. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, man. Entire screen. It's the entire screen. Oh, yeah. We're going to have a lot of fun this live stream, courtesy of Jake.
I still have this one Quran here, which I'm quite proud of, honestly, because it's very good looking. It's the one that I shot with an AK-47, which I would not recommend doing because it's very pleasant, and it might lead to an addiction. But so here's this Quran which I shot through a lot, and I had good aim, I must say. We even have that on camera. We never published it, but we have it on camera.
We'll share.
And it was quite nice.
We'll share it for Jake. Yeah, I got
Maybe
various
we can do
Qurans
that,
around here. Got this Oxford one. Got this this little one here. Here's a nice one that I could desecrate. It's the Critical Quran by. Hey, I'm not going to mess this one up. This is by Robert Spencer. It contains a valuable commentary. Nope, this one is safe. It's one of the good ones.
One of them good.
This here, that's one of the good ones.
Jeremy Mott said, "Do I sense a page of the Quran being eaten? Here we have a prophet, who has succeeded with his prophecy. Alhamdulillah." Daira one said, "David, why are you converting people's wives, bro? David, what's wrong with you?
Never happened.
Ridiculous." David Smith said, "Keep my wife's name out your mouth." Yeah.
By the way, that's a funny parallel, but it's kind of reversed because it's like Will Smith did all this stuff for all these years. Parents just don't understand. That was huge when I was like in 6th grade and stuff. So this guy's been around, and then he became so popular. They gave him a show, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and he started putting him in movies and like bigger and bigger movies and so on until he's one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. And now, if you say Will Smith, all they think of is him walking up on stage at the Oscars and slapping the crap out of Chris Rock. But so Jake is not anywhere near that situation in terms of people have no idea who he is. Only people who like, follow the Dawa scene and stuff like that have any clue who this guy is. But, you'd think he'd want to be remembered as a guy who constantly attacked the Trinity or as a convert or something like that. All Jake is going to be, he's not even going to be remembered for that. He got crushed by Khalil Andani. He's been crushed repeatedly. He backed down from all the debates that we agreed to with him, all of them. We agreed to, I think between the two of us, we agreed to 5 debates with him, back down from all of them. And now all he's going to be remembered for is escalating and causing massive Quran desecration. And since I've got a Sharpie right here, possibly some Muhammad cartoons during this live stream. Ooh, Muhammad cartoons on pages of the Quran. What?
Ooh.
That's Muhammad cartoon and Quran desecration at once. Double whammy.
Ooh. Double whammy? Ooh. Let me see. There's something funny here.
What?
The funny thing is that Muslim Metaphysician blocked me on Twitter a while ago.
What? Why?
Unfortunately, he blocked me on Twitter a while ago. So which is very funny, because why would you make a video about me and my wife when you block me on Twitter? Which is, it's quite stupid. Quite stupid, I must say.
On the plus side, AP, if people didn't do stupid things, they might not have things to regret for the rest of their lives. So
Well. What happened actually here is that I was in talks with him to have a debate about Islam, and we agreed to have a debate, to have a discussion, and as that was happening, he started messaging me about my support for Israel, and then blocked me because of my support for Israel, which is very, very funny, because it's not like I supported Israel for the first time. It's not like that's the most disrespectful or offensive thing that I have done. He was clearly looking for an excuse to block me and get out of the situation.
Yeah. No, that happens, and that's a thing. So if you're someone like Jake, you don't actually want to debate certain things, but you want people to think that you want to. So what you do is you issue the challenge, hoping that they refuse, and then you say, "You see, he's running from me." But then if you agree, then they have to look for an excuse and say, "Oh, you're not good enough to debate me, you see." But Jake, we agreed to 5 different debates with him. He backed down from all of them. Then one day he posts that I'm scared and I'm running from him and so on. It's like, oh my goodness, what a freaking clown. What a joke. Jake. That's why they call him Joke the Muslim Metaphysician.
Joke the Muslim Metaphysician.
Joke.
Anyway, let's look at the video which I started watching.
Why is he so mad? Why? Look at him. He looks perpetually enraged here.
It says
Jake.
Mrs. Apis has left atheism for Christianity. Laughing emoji. It's like it's like his wife has left him for Christianity. It's like,
but it's the laughing emoji, right? Like imagine, oh, this got a laughing emoji. I'm about to see some funny stuff, and you look at it and you're like, I'll tell you what. It's like, what'd you put the laughing emoji, dude? Why not put a rage emoji?
He mad. Let's see.
Apis got really depressed after he left Islam, and he considered committing suicide. But he brought himself back in and said, "No, I must have a purpose in life." And he started searching for atheist material online, and he found this page on Instagram, which happened to be his wife, or his future wife. She has left atheism and has embraced Christianity. And then today,
Jake, why is that funny?
This is what you get for thinking this is somehow funny. like how dumb are your followers? Anyway. Hey,
how
look,
is that funny,
hey,
Jake?
look, David ripped up a page of the Quran. What a fun live stream this shall be.
If it was evident, or if you saw that I feel very sad about this, or very angry about this, or something like that, or that I think this is betrayal, then I guess you could laugh about it, right? You could be kind of they can laugh about it. However, that's not the case. So why is this presented as something funny, Jake? I don't get it.
Yeah, you and I talk pretty regularly, and we were just hanging out at a conference and so on. So I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. So I don't know what discussions you have with your wife and so on. I can say I've never seen you even slightly upset about this.
Yeah.
So he's acting like you're like, no, why, universe that has no creator? Why would you do this to me? Now my wife believes in Jesus. It's all over. She believes in God. Oh my goodness. It's the end of. Oh, wait, it doesn't really matter because I don't care a whole lot what people believe if they're not trying to kill me.
You even met my wife. My wife was actually there. My family came with me to the conference. So
pretty disrespectfly wearing a Checkmate Jihadi's Quran shirt. That's pretty disrespectful.
That's true. That's true. And you have seen that there was no issue, no problem. So, but apparently, according to Muslim Metaphysician, according to Joke here, this I have to have a big problem with that. Wait a minute, I'm currently reading to learn Hebrew. Yefit Doron says, Severan
Shalom.
Teve something.
It says
I don't know
shalom,
what
lots
the
of
letter in
shalom.
the thing is. No, that's not what it says. It says Chaverem something. I don't know what that means though. So yeah.
Oh, on that issue that you were just pointing out, like these guys never seem to understand like different people have different personality types and different attitudes and so on. So you can imagine someone who's like, as far as I know, like, I mean, Bart Ehrman's wife is a Christian still. And that's Bart Ehrman. He spends quite a bit of time attacking Christianity. But I mean, there are clearly extremely hostile, angry atheists who would be enraged if their wives or their husbands or something like that converted to Christianity. There are others who again, it's okay if something is very dangerous to me, then I have a problem with it. Other than that, I don't care a whole lot what people believe about various things. And the fact that you constantly do shows with a Christian and many other Christians should give him the clue that you don't have a problem with most people's beliefs, and therefore that it wouldn't be this, oh my goodness, I have to destroy my wife for converting.
Actually,
the Dawa
whenever
guys they're projecting their own anger and rage onto other people. Like how, in other words, he's thinking, how would I react if my wife converted to Christianity or something?
Actually, whenever we have a live stream together, whenever I have to have a live stream with David or any other Christian, for example, when we turn off the live stream, when the live stream is done, I go and I take a pillow there and I'm like, why do I have to do this?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, that's what I do usually. But Davey Boy said it says Shavua Tov Chaverim. That's funny. The only thing that I read correctly here was the last word Chaverim. I'm very proud of myself. Man.
Not great.
We're proud of that.
But it's pretty good. Pretty good. All right.
Today's episode, we have something, can we say interesting, guys? It's kind of interesting, and I don't know exactly how I should feel about
interesting
this. I would like to see what the comment section has to say about this. But very interesting. Never.
There, he said it again. Well, it's very interesting, and I don't know how to express it. Oh, but it's interesting.
Wait a minute. Hang on, Jake. Is it interesting?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Just wanted to clarify.
I'm sure many of you know the one and only Mr. Apostate Prophet.
The one and
made
only
his entire YouTube career being an Islamophobe, attacking Islam and Muslims, and is an atheist, is a staunch.
Wait. I know nothing about Jake apart from this and that he backs down from debates when he's the one that challenges people, and then he claims that everyone's running from him. So little things like that. Apart from that, the only thing I know about this guy is that he nonstop 24/7 attacks the Trinity. Isn't it amazing that the same guys that attack some Christian doctrine 24/7, as soon as they start talking, these are guys who attack Islam all the time. and they attack Muhammad. They don't have anything to do but attack what we believe. And that's
Well,
like
all they do.
that's like exactly what they do. The second he has to defend anything in Islam, he crumbles like a cookie. Wow. He crumbles like this page of the Quran in my hands.
That's very disrespectful.
You did this. Jake, you're going to have to, according to what you believe, you're going to have to stand before Allah. And he's going to say to you, Allah's going to say to you, Jake, why did you cause so much desecration of my book? And Jake is going to have to say, listen, Lord Satan, I hated these guys so much that I had to go after AP's wife. What are you, stupid?
Yes, let's go.
Has, even at times, although not as much, criticized belief in God.
Hold on.
As, even at times, although is an atheist, is a
Jake, smile.
Wait.
in Islam and Muslims, and is an atheist, is a staunch atheist, has, even at times, although not as
staunch atheist.
Wait, you're not a closet Christian or Jew? That's what I keep hearing.
I don't know.
I hear you're a secret Christian. I hear you're a secret Jew and so on. He says you're a staunch atheist. Dawa, clowns, make up your mind about what AP is, since you're the ones who decide.
Am I a staunch atheist? Like, has that been
Wait, no, that's not even correct. That's not correct at all. You've said that you're an agnostic now, and you don't consider yourself an atheist. This guy can't get anything right. I cannot trust anything this guy says from here on at all.
I have also not claimed, like, in a long time, that I'm a staunch atheist. So I don't know.
He's a rabid atheist. He's a rabid Dawkins worshipping atheist.
I let it slide, just as things slid down Muhammad's garments.
Jake is being more slippery than his prophet's garments after Deha al-Kalbi banged his butthole. Guys, if you think I'm being gross, I'm not. That's exactly what happened according to the Muslim sources. It's gross. It's just gross. You can't say it without being gross.
According to one interpretation, if we go by Muslim logic.
Yeah. And AP, you said you're going to let him slide on that thing. I'm not. You just lied about AP. You lied. You called him a staunch atheist. He is not. He is not. This is not, Jake. Say it right. Say it right. He's an agnostic. Why do you keep doing this to your book? My goodness.
See, I'm letting it slide because I'm learning to forgive and not take revenge.
Look at this perfectly landed Quran bit.
Wow, that's pretty big.
Isn't that perfect?
Yes.
We'll see how long it stays there with me.
Criticized belief in God. We actually had a debate with him on the Thought Adventure podcast, if you can call it a debate. I mean, it was basically a debacle. People can go and look at it. The guy
I had to look up that word in my thesaurus that Muhammad Hijab gave me.
A debacle. People can go and look at it. The guy had no idea what he was talking about. But he's critical.
What he's talking about when he says that we had a debate that was a debacle and I had no idea what I was talking about is, I mean, I've gone through this so many times back when it happens. Do we really want to do this again? I even demonstrated to this guy while I was messaging with him.
Talking about. I don't even know
when I was messaging with him that it was a complete display of dishonesty on their part. They invited me to have a discussion on their channel about my thoughts on Islam and atheism and God and stuff like that. Then, as we proceeded, it changed into specifically focusing on my thoughts on God and atheism and all of that. Mm-hmm. Then I went to the discussion, and as soon as we started talking, Muslim Metaphysician here jumped in and kept talking to me about, is God necessary? Is God a necessary being? Do you think that there is a necessary being? I'm like, this is not something that I focus on, that I think about, and I think this is actually quite irrelevant to why I believe or disbelieve in God. So can we move on from that, and we can talk about why I don't believe in God? And he was like, no, but you have to have an opinion on this matter. So what is the necessary being, and is there a necessary being? I'm like, can we please? This is not relevant to me at all. But he kept banging on about that, and then concluded to his audience that this is proof that I don't know anything at all, and so on. Which is just such a dirty, disgusting move.
Yeah, so when he just said debate, I was like, what? These guys had a debate? And you're saying you called in somewhere and we're talking about some things, and then he starts.
Yeah, they
going,
invited me on. They invited me on that channel, and then he kept talking about that. We didn't have a debate. Yeah.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah. Anyway, it's,
criticized belief in God. He's criticized religion. He's criticized even Christianity to a lesser degree. And now it turns out that his wife, yes,
pause
none
it, pause
other
that,
than
pause
his
that.
wife, just
Pause that. Hassan Chowdhury in the chat just said, David, I'd smack you. Smack me for what? I don't even know if this is a fan joking around or a serious guy. But either way, what are you going to smack me for? I'll help you right now. I'll help you right now. I'll smack myself for you. Oh, look. Oh, look. Oh, it's I'm bothering. Oh, yeah. And here's me smacking your fake prophet. Unless you're just joking. Sorry.
this is very funny. Smurniklifist said, well, to be honest, from my atheist perspective, AP defends Judaism and Christianity more than the average atheist agnostic. I don't agree with this and would like AP to make a video explaining his views.
Have you done
This
that?
this is very funny because this is kind of in contradiction to what Jake here is basically telling us about me.
Rabbit, he hates Christianity, trying to destroy Christianity and Judaism. It's all he does. It's his obsession.
This is true. I do indeed defend Judaism and Christianity more than the average atheist or agnostic, and more than any atheist or agnostic that I know or that I'm aware of. It's because I'm not an anti-theist. It's because I'm not against religion, and because I have had for many years, the stance that I don't have a problem with religion, that I in fact sympathize with religion, that I like religion, that I like different religions, that I specifically have a problem with Islam and with anything that comes close to how Islam is in terms of intolerance, violence, ignorance, and so on. And I could say over the last year especially, I have very, very much changed in terms of how I feel about religion and belief in God in general. And I very, 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 very much so, more than ever before, sympathize with true religions. So yeah, that's that. But I also have a video that I made a long time ago, which is called "Why I Don't Criticize Other Religions Besides Islam." I think it has nearly 1 million views or so. Go check it out.
Yeah, and Jake here. Seriously, Jake? No, this is the only time I'm just going to be totally straightforward, probably during this discussion. For video making purposes, looking like you're perpetually like on the toilet, constipated and struggling is not seriously. It's not helping you. Like dead serious. Like smile. This would be if you're putting a laughing emoji in your title, and you want to be making fun of something. Like suppose you want to start making fun of people's wives. It's better to be like smiling and laughing and joking and having a good time of it the entire time. Not, yeah. Anyway, it's creating a kind of channel confusion where you click on the video expecting something hilarious and funny, and then you're getting like this whiny, enraged, sniffling crybaby who doesn't understand anything he's talking about.
Alhamdulillah. Pablo said even Palestinians love and subscribe to AP. This is true. They know very well that I'm the best terrorist around, the coolest terrorist ever, which is why they frequently love and subscribe. This is true. Anyway, let's continue.
became a Christian, an Orthodox Christian. Wow, that is quite shocking. I'm wondering how Apostate Prophet is dealing with this. I'm wondering.
How am I dealing with it? Jake,
Wondering.
I will show you how I deal with it. My wife recently gave me a gift because she has spent her time over the last weeks, especially after her open declaration that she has reconverted or re-embraced Christianity. She started getting things and also gave me a gift, although I haven't said that I believe it. So, and I'm wearing that right now, although it's a necklace. I'm wearing it on my hand right now because I like to wear things on my hands for some weird reason.
That's why you would have rocked. That's why you would have rocked one of those Jewish things, like those things that goes around your arm.
So, Jake, here's your answer to how I'm handling this.
AP is spending 7 hours a day in therapy after his wife converted. Which, like, why would he really care what someone believes if it doesn't really matter? Like in the long run. Oh my goodness, what a dope. AP, how are you handling yourself? Are you okay?
It's kind of funny to wear this thing, but I don't want people to mistake this channel for a terrorist channel. So I don't want to keep.
It is a terrorist channel. Against the Quran. Weren't expecting this, were you? Oh, ha! Out of nowhere. That was a random one, Jake. Ooh, didn't know when that was coming. You don't know when the next one's coming, Jake. You don't know. Is it now? No. Is it now? No. Welcome to Terror Town. Population you.
Look, Jake, here's how I'm handling this. Here's how I'm handling the very, very disturbing and very sad fact that my wife converted. My wife is now a Christian. Here's how I'm handling this. As you can see, I'm devastated by it. Look at, like, I'm devastated. And here you can see another sign that I'm devastated.
Yeah.
Unrelated specifically to the Orthodox conversion, but here, this is how I'm handling it. As you can see, I'm terribly devastated.
Yeah.
Here you can see I'm terribly devastated by wearing the thing that my wife got me, which is a very nice Orthodox design. I love it. It's beautiful. This is how I'm handling it. As you can see, I'm dying.
Isn't that funny? Like if you were to ask Jake, AP's wife is going to give him a cross. How's he going to react? Oh, he's going to flip out, throw it on the floor, and spit on it, and stomp it, and then take it outside and burn it. That's what he's going to do because he'll be so enraged. Why, Jake? Why do you think he's going to react like that? Because that's how I would react. That's how I would react if that happened. And I think everyone is like me because I'm a moron. Well, beast.
And how he's dealing with this news. I haven't seen anything on his channel or any of his other buddies' channels speaking about this news. And I'm wondering why that is. Is it causing problems in his marriage?
I can tell you why that is, Jake. It's because people generally, when they make content and when they make videos, they generally don't spend that much time unless they really have their family life and their private life on display. Very much. They usually don't spend time updating people every time, all the time, whenever something happens about their family. They don't spend time making videos about their family. That's just not something that people do. So I didn't deem it necessary to make a video about it.
And you have talked about it during live streams.
Yeah, I did talk about it.
Yeah.
When people asked, I did talk about it. So
yeah.
This is very weird. What is this? Is this like keeping up with the Kardashians?
I have to wonder why he's not talking about this every day. I mean, you should be making a video. And the video title is "My Wife Converted to Christianity, My Explosive Reaction and Temper Tantrum as I Seek Divorce."
OMG, gosh, you will not believe what just happened today in our family. My wife converted to Christianity. I have to let you all know about this right now. And guys, I need your support because this is very, very crushing. It's very crushing. It's crushing me right now.
It's crushing me like a Russian.
It's crushing me like...
Why would the meaningless universe do this to me?
It's crushing me the way I crush this Quran on the ground. It's crushing me right now.
Yeah. That's why
Jake should have just titled this video, "Please Destroy the Quran and My Fake Prophet."
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing that's coming out of it, Jake.
Is it causing problems in his relationship? I don't know. Maybe his wife told him, "Shh, you can't speak about this." Or
did your wife tell you that? AP, did she come to you and say, "AP, shh, I know I've announced all over Twitter that I'm a Christian. Shh, don't say anything about it. It's a big secret." I post like 20 tweets a day talking about Christianity now. Shh, keep your mouth shut about it. AP, keep your mouth shut about it.
You're right, Jake. This is actually one of the reasons why I don't talk about it, why I haven't said anything about it. In fact, the very night that the day that my wife converted to Christianity and was sure of it and acknowledged it, I woke up in the middle of the night to my wife standing next to me in the dark with a gun to my head. And she said, "You will not talk about this. You will not talk about this. You will not talk about this." So since then, I have been terrified. and that's why I haven't talked about it.
Yeah. Better not make any videos, sport. You know what will happen.
Oh, he's going to make a response.
You see, he admits to having an abusive relationship with his
with his wife.
Fareed. Fareed's going to make a video. And so we're getting an idea of how dysfunctional AP's marriage really is. He admitted it right here.
Yeah.
He's so hurt by it, he can't come out and doesn't want to actually speak about it. I don't know. Allahu Alam, God knows best. I really don't know. Who knows what the answer to that is? But let's show the proof of it, although it's not really controversial. This is his wife's Twitter page. Which
Oh,
is
he's got the
called
receipts.
Apostate. Repent.
Wait a minute.
Receipts.
He has the proof that my wife converted to Islam.
Oh, wow. I didn't know because she ordered you to keep it a secret and said, if you say anything about this, you're done. But he's got the proof right there. He somehow
see?
found it right there on Twitter.
It's the proof. We tried so hard to hide it, and now he has the proof. This is the proof right here.
She's got a little Orthodox Christian cross there. Of course, she's got the flag of Israel and the flag of the U.S.
Oh, we knew that.
Oh, yeah.
That was
But
okay. But the Orthodox cross.
He was
that's
kind of
when
going
you
to
found it.
say. He was kind of going to say, "Well, good that she's no longer an atheist." But then once he saw the American flag, once he saw the Israel flag, and then especially the American flag, he thought, "No, this is disgusting. This is disgusting. I'm sick of this." So
Still Zionist, of course, nonetheless. But notice it says repentant. So she's repentant now. She's got the three figures there. And then it says, pray this ceaselessly. Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me. Recently returned to Christ after 10 years of disbelief. So 10 years she was a disbeliever. And she came back to Christ. We're not applauding her.
Hey, at least he had a
Did he
little
just say-
strained laugh or smile on his face in this video that's supposed to be funny.
did he just say came back to Christ?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Is he speaking from his perspective, like back? No. It's kind of weird.
Her for this whatsoever because we believe Christian's a false religion. She's just embracing.
Wait a minute, isn't that a prayer? Pray this ceaselessly, Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me.
Yeah.
Somebody should clip that. Somebody should clip him reading.
Oh, him praying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, someone clip that. Wait, how did he say it? Is there?
And it says,
how
pray
clippable
this
is it?
ceaselessly. Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me.
Oh yeah, that's usable. That's usable.
Clip that. He said the prayer.
I might start ending my live streams with Jake saying that. Just remember, everyone, take this advice from Jake, the Muslim metaphysician.
Yeah. So this is the Jesus prayer. Okay. Yeah. So Muslim metaphysician Jake finally on live stream says the Jesus prayer and asks Jesus for mercy. Exposed. There you have it. 1 million views.
Recently returned to Christ after 10 years of disbelief. So 10 years she was a disbeliever and she came back to Christ. We're not applauding her for this whatsoever.
He's got a little earpiece in. Jake, you look perpetually enraged. Do some sort of smile or laugh.
Forever, because we believe Christian's a false religion. She's just embracing another.
Wait, Christian is a false religion?
Her for this whatsoever, because we believe Christian's a false religion. She's just embracing
Christian
another
is a
form
false
of
religion.
shirk.
So Muslims,
Christian's a false religion.
it's weird. If I said Muslims a false religion, they would go, no, Muslims an adherent. You idiot. What are you, stupid? And yet, that's what
Look at this. How can we trust anything that David Wood says?
he said.
He doesn't even know that Muslim is not the word, it's Islam. Ignorant. See how Allah
Stupid.
humiliates them.
Stupid.
Or polytheism by worshiping Jesus and worshiping the Trinity. But it is definitely her account. It says wife of apostate prophet. So she's still
Wait.
representing for her husband.
You sure it's not a fake
Represent.
account? You sure it's not a fake account?
Apostate prophet's wife represent. Hey, he just called. I know this is not the topic, but if you want to give a brief response or a brief analysis to his idea here and how this actually contradicts with the Quran completely, if you want to do that, go ahead, because he just said that Christianity is false because
Christ. We're not applauding her for this whatsoever because we believe Christian's a false religion. She's just embracing another form of shirk or polytheism by worshiping Jesus and worshiping the Trinity. But it is definitely.
Isn't that weird? Because the Quran seemingly on multiple occasions approves of Christians and promises that things will be okay for them once they die, and also says that Allah indeed supported the followers of Jesus and made them, and he would make them successful until the end. So but then of course later on Muhammad had bad experiences with Christians, and he was like, oh, F these people. But
there are all kinds of things here. So you have Surah 3 verse 55 and Surah 61 verse 14, which where Allah says that he's going to make the Christians superior till the day of resurrection. And so you have those kinds of passages, but then you have even when you ask Muslims what prophecy did Muhammad ever deliver that actually came true, the main one they go to is the Byzantines defeating the Persians in a battle, which, gosh, who could have foreseen that? And then we've got hadiths that say that this revelation came after it already happened and so on. But anyway, laying all those issues aside, the reason, according to Muslim sources, that this was an issue was when the Persians won a battle over the Byzantine Christians, Muslims lost their minds because they're like, what? How can the people of the book, Christians, lose a battle to the Persians? And the Muslims were all broken up. And then so when Christians won a battle against the Persians, Muslims were, yeah, you see, the people of the book, they won over the pagans. But I mean, think if Christianity is just another pagan thing, why would they be happy that they won a battle over the Persians? It's interesting stuff.
The militant Mazda Cat said, "Free Palestine." Thank you. I don't want to buy anything right now.
Definitely her account.
It says free, man. You don't have to buy anything.
Yeah, but it's probably a scam. It's like buy
probably
one,
a scam.
get one free.
One of those things. Oh, I want some free Palestine. You click on it, and then you find, right.
Well, here it's free if you subscribe for this and this much money. Get out of here, man.
No,
it's a scam. I'm not kidding.
No,
I'm not buying.
Not falling for it.
I'm not buying it. I don't buy your.
Yeah, ever since I sent all that money to that Nigerian prince, I'm not falling for these scams anymore.
Of apostate prophet. So she's still representing for her husband, the apostate prophet. She's still calling herself Mrs. Apostate. She's repentant. It's a little bit
represent
the business. Then you can see the pinned tweet. This is from June 4th, so a little over a month ago. I now understand what it means to take a leap of faith. I feel like I jumped without being 100% certain about my conviction, and God caught me. Lord Jesus Christ, have mercy on me.
Oh, you could
clippable.
You could clip all of this.
We're gonna clip an entire sermon. Oh, dude, imagine us clipping an entire sermon from the Muslim Metaphysician quoting your wife. It's gonna be awesome, man. Wow, he walked right into that. What a dope.
Yeah.
About my leap of faith. I feel like I jumped without being 100% certain about my conviction, and God caught me. Lord Jesus Christ, have mercy on me.
Very, very nice words, Jake.
Powerful, Jake.
Very nice words.
You're going to lead many to Christ with that.
I understand. I see that it comes from the heart. Wow.
Okay. I mean, that's her story.
Even he's impressed with it.
I'm going to download this now just so he doesn't take it down, knowing that we're going to make a sermon out of this.
So much about knocking her. I just feel that it's interesting that over a month has gone.
Then why did you title this video, Mrs. Apus has left atheism for Christianity? While, of course, looking totally angry the whole time.
On by. And since Mr. Apostate Prophet his channel is mostly about religion and politics and this kind of stuff, his own wife converts to becoming an Orthodox Christian and he has nothing to say about it publicly?
Except you have repeatedly. I've heard you repeatedly talk about it in
Yeah,
live
I've
streams.
actually mentioned it many, many times during my live streams. Whenever it came up, I just didn't make a live stream or a specific video about it. Why would I do that? I usually don't make things that focus on my own or my family.
And then I heard that AP's son, his tooth fell out, and AP has not made a video on that. Why? Huh? Explain that.
Yeah,
Huh?
despite the fact that
Did
tooth
his
falling
son-
out, people have this whole habit of hiding the tooth and expecting a tooth fairy, which of course is based on myth and religion. And Apostate Prophet's channel is all about religion and politics and all that. So why didn't he bring that up? Why didn't he make a video about this?
Did his son come up to him and say, "Daddy, whatever you do, don't make a video about my tooth falling out"? I don't know. I don't know if that's what happened.
Yeah, actually, one day I woke up in the middle of the night and my son was standing next to me with a gun to my head and said, "Do not talk about this."
Maybe he's devastated. I don't know. I have really no idea. I'm not.
You want to see devastated, Jake? I'm breaking out one of the big ones for this one. How dare you? How dare you? No, I'm going to draw. I'm going to draw. I'm going to draw, ladies and gentlemen. Who can turn this into a Muhammad cartoon?
Ooh.
Wait. What has two thumbs and can turn this into a Muhammad cartoon? This guy. This guy. You can go ahead and continue the video. I'll just be drawing for a few seconds here.
Yes. But by the way, I wanted to.
Sharky.
I recently got a new deck of cards, which I wanted to show off because I thought it was cool. I saw this online.
Oh man, I thought you were gonna pull out that Logic the Gathering game that those atheist nerds use now.
No, I only get cool stuff. It says Axis of Evil Most Wanted Collector's Edition playing cards. I ordered this. I saw it online and I thought, hey man, this is pretty good. Pretty good. And it's a bunch of cards with funny figures on them, like Hamas people, IRGC people. Maybe I should promote this. Here's Musa Abu Marzouk from Hamas. There are even some people who are like, I don't know. There's Nasrallah in here. There are some people who have been taken out. Here's the Houthi spokesperson who always yells like a goat into the mic when he says something for the Houthis. It's quite interesting. Oh, here's Yahya Sinwar. Look at this. Look at this. With his ears like a monkey.
Powerful.
It's
Wait,
cool.
how'd you get that?
I don't know. I was looking for something like this. I was actually looking to get a poker
I've been
deck,
looking for one of those.
and then I just Googled it, and this came up. So, yeah, somebody made it. Somebody did it. Maybe I should promote this. Yeah, inshallah. Anyway, let's get back to our topic and talk about the other two.
Not making that claim, but I feel that it's very interesting. Mr. Apostate Prophet, why are you not? Maybe he should do an interview with his wife, right? Or maybe he's
Maybe he's afraid that he'll convert to Christianity too.
This is actually a good idea. I will pitch this idea to my wife and see what she says. Thanks, Jake.
on the verge of converting himself. Maybe his wife is convincing him.
He
Or
said
maybe it's true all along that he's actually been a Christian all this time. And that's why he's been buddy with David Wood and these other clowns.
There we have it.
David Wood
Conspiracy.
mentioned. I don't understand. But am I a staunch atheist or am I a secret Christian? I don't even get it. This is very, very confusing.
Yeah, Jake, you're confusing us. Much like when you try to explain Allah descending to the lowest heaven.
This is very confusing. Please don't play with our minds and our hearts, Jake. Don't do this.
Hey, I tried to do like the Charlie Hebdo version when Muhammad was apologizing. It's actually trickier. I have to look at it. But anyway, this is what I came up with in a nutshell. It's Muhammad saying, "Why, Jake? Why would you do this to me? Look at what you're doing, Jake! I can't believe you're causing a cartoon of me to be drawn on a page of the Quran. How? I condemn you as an apostate, Jake. You were
ordered not to cause people to insult your religion. You were ordered. I ordered you not to insult people, thereby causing insults to flip back upon your religion, and you did it anyway. You don't know what the Quran says. The Quran, Surah 4, verse 65, says you have to submit to everything I say, and you're doing the exact opposite. That means you're not really a Muslim.
This was a perfectly clean and beautiful live stream. And then David really drew a talking penis on a Quran page and made it talk.
Oh, I wasn't even trying. That's just how they draw.
Oh, okay. I see. Oh, that's Muhammad. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I get it.
He's on the verge of converting himself. Right? Maybe the of Islam is over, and he's going to be a beacon of light for Christians, and he's going to fully embrace Christ publicly and join his wife. Is that going to happen? I have no idea, but it's really interesting. So, Mr.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Why is that? Why is that the path that I want to go? I don't know.
Hey, by the way, it's
so-
smart because if you can actually do this, if you can say, here's something that might happen, then you can raise it as a possibility. And then, like you see this with what's that? Vivek, what's his face? He did that with the Super Bowl. He said that the game's going to be rigged so that the Chiefs win, so that right after that, Taylor Swift can go down and announce that she's supporting Joe Biden. Right. So imagine if she had done that right after the thing and announced that she's going for Joe Biden right after the Super Bowl. It'd have been, you see, it was all correct. And if it doesn't happen, then okay, well, I just toss that out there and stuff. But it's the same thing. Like now, if you become a Christian at some point, it'll be, oh, you see, I saw it coming. What a dope. Hey, at least he has a grin on his face now.
Yeah. It's very, very, this is getting weirder and weirder. We're having a serious lashing about these advanced topics, and then David starts talking about Taylor Swift and her new album and all that. Interesting.
Apostate prophet, everybody is wondering, man, why you're so quiet about your wife, right?
Yeah, everybody here is very, very curious and wondering why I'm so quiet and why I only answer it whenever it comes up here.
Yeah. Everyone here in the chat who goes to our live streams who have asked you about this and you've responded, they're all wondering why you actually keep responding when people ask you about it. It's so weird. It's so weird and confusing.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah.
Converting, and maybe I missed it. Maybe it's out there. Maybe he has a video on it that I haven't seen. Maybe he spoke about it in another video, or maybe he
You're wrong. Yes, you are. And if you're wrong about that, Jake, what else are you wrong about?
Yeah, you see, this is the proof that Islam is false. Jake, yes, this is fair. Maybe you did miss it. Thank you for bringing this up. Maybe, if that's the case, maybe it would have been a good idea to quickly check before making a video.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would do.
Yeah. That's what they
That's
do.
the difference between you and me. See, alhamdulillah.
He made a post about it, but I haven't seen it. So I'm just wondering why there hasn't been any engagement on this front. Now, what I want to show you guys is something really interesting now. It's not only that Apostate Prophet's wife has converted to becoming an Orthodox Christian.
Hey, Rebecca is here. Rebecca said hello. Rebecca, who is still 3 years old, said hello. Rebecca is here. What's up, Rebecca? How you doing? Shout out to Rebecca Barsef. Fantastic stuff.
She now herself is using Brother Muhammad Hijab's memes. Wow, she went from a staunch atheist, and I'm not going to say that she loves Islam now, but she went from a staunch atheist to an Orthodox Christian embracing Christ, even though we believe she's embracing a false religion. And now she's using Muhammad Hijab memes.
What?
She's using Muslim memes.
Wait, AP. Do we not use Muhammad Hijab's memes like 50 times a day? and like, aren't we about to start using Jake's words here as a meme?
Liar! You're a liar!
Hey, AP, why don't you show what's up? Yeah, show what's on your soundboard. Run him through your soundboard real quick.
You're sick! You're finished already! Look at me! You know you're done!
Quiet, man. Get the hell out of here.
How about no?
Oh wait, this is not part of it.
Why stuttering? Urinating upon one another.
That's what they do.
That's the reality of the situation. He's being more slippery than the lubricants that he sells in his daughter's sex shop. This man has real problems.
Lose faith. I tell you, lose faith. It's better for you. You're sitting there watching Netflix.
Homosexuality should be fine.
For some reason, I love this one. It's just so. It's so out of place.
Homosexuality should be fine.
Imbeciles. Brother, I have doubts. What kind of Muslim are you?
You sick in the mind?
I just added this one. Yeah.
You're hiding, boy. You're hiding.
I'm a medical doctor.
Okay, this is not normal. Jake, these were all the clips that are found on my little stream deck here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1. I also have Ideological.
We're proud of that.
Yeah.
You're finished already.
1,
Look
2,
at me.
3, 4,
Look at
5,
me. You
6,
know you're
7,
done.
8. I think like 10, 15 sounds by Mohammed Hijab. I also have this here. I prepared this just for you, but I post it sometimes as a reaction.
You sick in the mind? Are you that mentally enslaved, intellectually subservient, and intellectually molested, ideologically molested?
How'd you make it echo again?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, my sound is on. Anyway, but in fact, I like it. I like this one so much that we even recorded videos during the conference that recently took place, where I quoted Mohammed Hijab by doing a character and repeating things that he has said before. That's how much of a meme Mohammed Hijab is. Dear Jake, this is not because people love Mohammed Hijab. It's because the guy is a meme. Because the guy
He's
is
a walking meme.
Yes,
He's a
that's why.
300-pound walking meme.
Do you think when I play this sound here?
This man has real problems.
No, not that one. When I play this sound
We're
here,
proud of that.
do you think that means I love Ali Dawa?
It shows you're a secret Muslim. You're being drawn to Dawa by the power of Allah.
And now let's see what his example actually is. Look at this.
Wow. So take a look at this. This is from Destiny. We know this cuck, this loser, this atheist. He says a reasonable middle ground.
Man, so random. Atheist, this cuck, this loser.
Ground implies a reasonable party on both sides of the conversation. And right now, there aren't two reasonable parties in the USA. Mrs. Apostate, repentant one, that is, replies and with this from Mohammed Hijab. So let's take a listen to this.
Are you sick in the mind? Are you that mentally enslaved and intellectually subservient and intellectually molested and ideologically molested?
It's so funny how he forces a laughter to make Mohammed Hijab know that he really likes Mohammed Hijab.
Yeah, isn't this crazy? It's like he doesn't understand, apparently, like how all of us joke and so on, and we use Mohammed Hijab to make fun of stuff because it's always fun to make fun of one thing and to be making fun of Mohammed Hijab at the same exact time. It's fun. And then so he's what I'm actually hearing when he does this is, hey guys, I'm so incredibly stupid. I have no idea what's going on or how these guys use Mohammed Hijab for things they say. You see, I figured this out. She's being drawn to Dawa. What the heck is wrong with this guy, man?
No,
But I mean,
Jake,
it's amazing because that's, guys, everyone who's watching, especially you Jake fans who showed up. If you're watching this, hopefully you're picking up on how clueless he is about everything. He's, AP hasn't talked about this. He's talked about it repeatedly. Oh no, she's using a Mohammed Hijab. Yeah, we do that all the time. Like, everything he's saying shows that he has no clue what he's talking about. Guess what? That's what he sounds like when he's talking about theology, whether Christian or Islam. That's what he sounds like to people, except you. Like, if you didn't know anything about AP, if you didn't know that he's talked about this stuff, if you didn't know how we use Mohammed Hijab clips, and so if you didn't know any of this, you might be listening to him going, well, he's making some sort of point because I'm stupid and I think he's making some kind of point. If you have any clue what's going on, he sounds like a complete moron. That's the same thing when he's dealing with theology. It's the exact same thing. He may sound smart to you guys because you guys have no clue what's going on. Look what happens when he actually sits down with even a knowledgeable Muslim like Khalil. Khalil absolutely destroyed and humiliated him. And it's just like what is it? Why is it like the dumbest guys with the least understanding and the least clue about anything? These are the guys that get a crowd around them in Dawa. It tells us something about your religion, guys.
This is very, very funny. I mean, I'm just going through my reactions to things, and here's an example of a reaction that I have been using for a while now. Just, for example, here's a post by Elon Musk. He says
That's the short version.
The legacy media is pure propaganda machine. X is the voice of the people. And I thought, I get the point, but this is just my reaction to that.
But the people are retarded.
And this and this guy, Osho, as he is known, was a cult leader. He created a cult, split from Hindu thinking, created a Hindu cult, which turned into a very, very strange system where apparently there's a lot of weird sex stuff that took place. Does this mean the fact that I am posting this guy's clip here as a reaction to something, does this mean that I am now in agreement with this cult?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Is that how your logic works?
Part of Osho.
Or here. When I react,
hey, hang on. His name is Osho. That's actually, we can use that for a name for Jake, since we agreed to 5 debates with him and then he backed out of all of them. We could call him No Show. Osho and No Show.
Here's another one where I react to something with this one.
What? Imagine this. Imagine this. AP is supposedly a staunch atheist or agnostic, and he's posting memes of Muslims.
He's posting a meme which even says on here Masjid al-Sunnah, and when you go on their page, it promotes Islam in its most traditional forms. This means that AP, while openly criticizing Islam, seems to be secretly a practicing Muslim who advocates for more Islam.
Is he practicing taqiyya to be safe around his non-Muslim wife? I don't know. I don't
want to make fun of people who don't who are kind of mentally impaired in different ways, but Jake, you might lack the ability to understand that people use things like these for fun, to make a point, that they use comedy, that they use sarcasm, that they satirize things to make a point. That's what people do.
That's what they do.
That's what
Urinating upon one another. That's what they do.
That's what they do. So you should probably learn that. And the fact that you don't understand it, and this is not the first example. He also previously took a post that I made about how my ultimate goal is to go and take over the Kaaba and turn it into a temple for everybody. He also took that seriously in the past. So it just shows me that he's not really capable of understanding these clues. So yeah, it's
Isn't that interesting that like I don't know, they're these like American reverts, and so if you listen to, there's always something off about them, like they don't process information correctly or something like that. And then these are the Quran impressive.
Alhamdulillah. This shows the proof that the Quran is true.
So Mr. Apostate, the repentant now
Nice try.
believer in Christ is not only become a Christian, but she's now using Muhammad hijab memes.
DC Isaac, hey, said he may be legally retarded in some. This is very, very disrespectful and very offensive. So you said he may be legally retarded in some countries. This is very, very disrespectful. I would never say this, ever. But yeah, she pointed out that Jake might be legally retarded in some countries.
Some experts have said that he may be legally retarded in some countries.
I would never say it. You think we don't have gangsters?
No, we said some people.
Yeah.
Against cuck atheists like Destiny.
I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. They do this all day, every day, but I don't get it. So they're the ones who are dumb, even though I'm the one who doesn't get it because I'm really dumb, apparently. Anyway.
Hey, look at this. Look at my feed here. Look, today I made a post saying, look at this very white colonizer occupying Palestinian land. Go back to Poland. in response to Avi Yemini here, who is a very staunch conservative Zionist.
Oh my goodness! Even AP admits that they're colonizers who need to go back to Poland. Oh my goodness! Even the staunch atheist, he agrees with us.
And we even follow each other. But even I admitted here that I think Israelis are, as we can see here on his face, very, very white colonizers. We should go back to Poland. Look at this. Wow. Terrible. AP exposed.
I don't understand. So that's pretty much Jake right there, right? I don't understand it, so it must be wrong.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah.
Wow.
Alhamdulillah. Anyway, where were we? Oh yes. Okay.
How do you feel about this, AP? We're all wondering, man. How do you
I'm devastated.
feel about your wife's conversion, and how do you feel about her using Muhammad hijab memes against your fellow cuck atheist?
I'm so sad.
Are you
I was devastated when I heard it. I actually thought of ending it all, but then I thought, you know what? Maybe it's not that bad.
AP says that he considered ending it all. Now, what is he talking about? Ending the relationship? Ending his life? We don't know. We don't know. But he admitted it. He was thinking about ending everything. We got him for my next video, everyone. Wow.
Well, let's quickly take this before he deletes it.
It's like destiny. We're all sincerely wondering. Maybe you need to come out of the closet yourself and say that you actually been a Christian this whole time. We're all wondering. Anyway, the last thing.
I will do that once you come out of the closet and admit that you're gay. Jake.
Keep in mind, Jake, your prophet is the pattern of conduct.
So Jake, this is a good point. Maybe that is true. Maybe it's time for me to come out of the closet and admit that I'm also actually a Christian, or always have been. But here's the deal. I just put it on the table right here. So I will do that as soon as you come out of the closet and admit that you're gay. So yeah, I hope we have an agreement there.
Thing I want to show you guys is something interesting, which is from Apostate Prophet's coming out video about why he left Islam. It's called The Whole Truth. And I'm just
why when he admitted that he's gay and he came out of the closet.
going to play a very short clip.
I haven't watched it further than this.
To remind us of his wife's status in his journey of embracing atheism. So let's take a listen to that.
I was so desperate, so devastated, and after watching that show, I felt even more depressed. I felt awful, and I felt like there is no purpose anymore. So I went to my room and moved to my window, and I lived in like the 6th floor. I was about to commit suicide. I almost did it, but
Hey, do you get those messages from hijab telling you that if he were you, he would commit suicide? That's good. That's always good. Since Jake loves it when we share Muhammad hijab stuff. Remember all that? Everyone remember when a hijab kept trying to convince AP to commit suicide? Doing excellent dawa. Hijab loves that dawa.
He even made a response to it, explaining himself and explaining why he said that stuff to me. And then he said, yeah, and I just told him, if I was you, I would, consider suicide. So find the rooftop and jump. But wait a minute, where's my stuff? Apologists. Mojab. Let's see. Mojab. Let's find Mojab talking about suicide.
Suicide. It's a suicide.
If I were an anxiety-ridden, hate-filled nihilist atheist like Apis, I would consider.
Whoa!
suicide.
Did he just call you Apis? It's a page of the Quran, I'm afraid. Insults, guys. For some reason, you guys start the insults, and then you whine like babies when we respond in any way. Don't start nothing. Won't be nothing. Just one lesson you guys need to learn for success in the world, and that is mess around, find out.
Even if we go back and still react to Mohammed Hijab saying something like this in the past, this would change. If Mohammed Hijab came today and said, I want to announce that I feel sincerely sorry for all the things that I said in the past, and I commit to no longer offending or insulting people and their wives and their families in the future. And I think this is completely wrong. If he did that, I would forget about all of this and would say, you know what? I don't have any problem with any of this. Okay, we move on.
By the way, AP, that's actually a really, really huge issue right now, because years ago when we started desecrating the Quran, keep in mind, before that, before we started popularizing it, it was like fringe weirdos who would like do something to the Quran or something like that. Like the general population, when you heard about it, like, these guys are nuts or something like that. This guy's burning a Quran or something like that. Then, nice, use this for more Qurans, nice. But then after hijab starts crossing lines, then we start doing it. Then all of a sudden people are doing it like regularly on Twitter. And if you remember back when we started it, when you posted a video of you ripping up a Quran, you like instantly got like over 1 million views on that because people were flipping out about it. When I took a bite and chewed up and spit out Surah Al-Fatiha, they shared the clip everywhere. They didn't share what it was a reaction to, but they shared the clip. They shared that clip everywhere, and they're sending it to Christian apologists around the world. Do you condemn this guy? Will you condemn this man? And so on. They found out very quickly almost no one cared at all. And so, but anyway, think back then I was saying, hey, dude, I said it repeatedly. I said, hijab, if you want to go down this road, we're happy to go down this road. Take down every tweet referencing someone's wife. Or because if you don't, here's what's going to happen. And I said that we would normalize Quran desecration. We would make it a normal thing. We told him, but narcissist that he is and narcissist that Jake is, they don't care, right? They at the end of the day, they don't seem to care that the Quran orders them not to do exactly what they're doing right now. It orders them. Hey, if you're just insulting someone, and those insults are going to lead to people going after your God and your religion, your prophet, and desecrating your religion, don't do the insults. It's not worth it. It's not, you don't want to be the cause of other people insulting your God, desecrating your book. You don't want to cause that. You don't as a Muslim want to cause that. And these guys' response is, we can't help ourselves. We can't help ourselves. And no, under no circumstances we're going to change our behavior. They can't tell us what to do. They can't tell us what to do. Go back and look exactly at the situation that was going on in 7th century Arabia. The Meccans eventually said, after years of Muhammad and his companions insulting them and insulting their gods, insulting their forefathers, finally they said, hey, if you Muslims don't stop insulting our gods, we're going to start insulting Allah and Muhammad and your book. That's what we're going to do. And then Allah's response came, hey guys, if they're going to start insulting you, your religion in return, do not stop with the insults. Stop with the insult. Do not do it anymore. Stop with the insults. Turn it off. Shut it down. Shut it down. Do not keep up with the insults if they're going to insult your religion in return. And we get down to the modern world, and these guys the Dawa guys don't think that they are bound by what Allah commands. Why? They're massive egos, right? It would be humiliating to these guys to say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I did this. It would stop a lot of insults. It would stop Quran desecration. It would stop all these kinds of things, but they can't stop. They just can't stop anymore. And so, guys, think about how things are now. Think about 3 years. It was just 3 years ago when this was completely normal and people would lose their minds over this. No one cares anymore. Why? We're doing exactly what we said we would. We are normalizing it. We're making this complete. Guys, if you didn't catch the live stream we did in Ohio when we're having we had like multiple Christian apologists, ordinary Christian apologists, and they're ripping up the Quran left and right. Why? We're making it normal and we're just getting started. And this is on who? This is not on us. This is on the people. We told you. If I tell you, if you do this, then I'm going to do this, and you instantly do that, don't complain about me. I told you what the consequences were. We told you what the consequences were. You've decided to accept the consequences. Now you can live with them.
Homosexuality should be fine.
Got that
Yes.
echo. Got that
Yes.
echo about homosexuality, so it's even more
Actually,
powerful.
I pressed the button twice on accident, but yeah. Christopher C made a super chat of $300 and said, "Use this for more Qur'ans. When will they learn? I will honor this, and I will order more Qurans tonight so that I can have more to work on, inshallah.
It is
Thank you
important
so
because
much,
people don't
Christopher.
realize how much we spend on Qurans here.
Yeah, this is important stuff. Thank you so much, Christopher C. I have to explain getting so many Qurans and then, for tax purposes and all that. So, Christopher C. said the Winglings send their regards, David.
Yeah, you guys send your regards, and I reject them.
Ooh.
No, thank you.
Ooh. Beast. Thank you so much, Christopher. Appreciate it. Stop scamming me and said, seems this guy who wants the Islamic world to judicially slaughter apostates struggles to comprehend the idea of loved ones getting on while having different beliefs. Tell him. Yep, that is a problem. He thinks that I should react to my wife converting to Christianity with, no, how could this happen?
Executed.
How could this happen?
She has to die now. She has to be executed. What? I want her publicly beheaded for this betrayal. I have to go out and work hard to get officials elected who will behead my wife for me. What a dope. Or he still believes in like honor killings and stuff like that. He's like, they must be plotting to honor kill each other because they have different beliefs.
Mintz said, hey
clown,
guys, Oren from Traveling Israel would like to meet you. I mentioned your visit to Israel and what kind of streams you do. Was thinking for next trip he'd be awesome for tours to discourse. That's nice. I would like to get in touch with him. I know he has a very nice channel and does great videos. Would totally love that.
I'll be there in December, although I will already be part of a tour. But if we're in the same, we'll be all over Israel. So if you know somewhere he's going to be where we'll cross paths, yep. Be cool to meet up. Maybe record a video.
I won't be there. But
you could still sign up, man. You could still sign up. Just don't be dragging us down because there's a bunch of Christians. Don't be dragging us around. We're going around looking at all these cool sites. Oh, here's where Jesus did this. Here's where Jesus did that. And you're like, I can't believe my wife became a Christian.
Legami Egwemi says your wife used Muhammad hijab memes. What are you, some sort of Christian now? Jake's whole argument.
Like so dumb. That's what I mean. It's like so dumb. This is exactly how he is in theology. It's just like jumbled, incoherent thoughts, and he spouts them to other people who have no clue how stupid this is, and they believe it because that's what Dawa trains them to do.
His wife even uses a meme from Muhammad hijab, so this clearly shows that he might also have become a Christian. So why doesn't he just explain it? Why doesn't he just openly admit it? Do you know how dumb you sound?
Pretty dumb.
Pretty stupid. Legimathigion said, believers are brutal, sinister, dishonorable cowards in war and in debate, willing to reduce themselves beneath the lowest of the low. They are willing to wound by the most vile, filthy, base means possible, beneath contempt. This is very based. I have nothing to add. Wait a minute, I was going to read this. If I were an anxiety-ridden, hate-filled, nihilist atheist, I would consider suicide as a serious option. That is because the world offers such humans, in quotation marks, more pain than pleasure. The pain of being a coward, the pain of having no purpose. Just find a tall building and... Apus, I want to give you sincere advice.
Sorry, this tall building is being used by Muslims who are throwing gays off it. Find another tall building. This one's being used.
I just went to another one and they said the same thing over there. Hey, man, look at it. Look, I know one building that you can use. I'll give you the directions. Go down this road, then to the left, then to the right. You will see this and this sign. Go there to the top of that roof. There's no execution of gays. You can jump it. Apis, I want to give you sincere advice. I think you should commit suicide.
Suicide? It's a suicide.
I think you should commit suicide.
Wait, like his prophet tried to do?
Yes.
Like his prophet tried repeatedly to do numerous times?
Yes.
Okay.
I think you should commit suicide. Not because you're a waste of space. I think the world is offering you more pain than pleasure. It is not morally objectionable for you, so why not? The funny thing is, whenever I hear or read the word suicide, I just always have to think of certain memes nowadays, and I can't just I can't handle it. And one of those is this here.
No, we don't know his name. It looks like he may commit suicide. Suicide is badass. We got.
It's the Prophet Muhammad. Hey, we should find that bridge and then show and then Vocab can dress up as Muhammad and be up there, and we could like cut back and forth between them.
Yeah. That was from It's Always Sunny, which is my favorite show. But yeah, I think the world is offering you more pain than pleasure. It is not morally objectionable for you, so why not? Well, it's because you don't really think very much.
Something held me back and I didn't do it. I thought, okay, here is the deal. Do something in life. Care about yourself from now on. Care about people from now on. Care about the world.
He actually played a whole clip of me talking about him.
I'm more interested in it. She came to visit me. And she also inspired me to create the whole Apostate Prophet thing on Instagram. It was then when I realized I am not government. I could have been locked up all the time. Thanks to her, we made a new decision and we changed my wife.
And now she's a Christian, and so what's AP gonna do? Is he gonna jump off a roof like Muhammad Hijab says he should?
His entire point here is AP was depressed at some point, and then he met his wife, who at that point was an atheist, and as the relationship went on, she actually inspired him and gave him the idea to start making a YouTube channel and explaining all of the things that he wants to say on a YouTube channel. So considering that it was his wife, who was an atheist back then, who inspired him to make this YouTube channel, and considering also the fact that she's now no longer an atheist, but rather a Christian, what does this mean? What does this tell us?
Think about how dumb this is, right? Because even if you follow his reasoning, if we can call it that, it's okay. So AP was struggling to figure out purpose and so on. And a woman came along and she said, how about doing this? That would be cool. And then AP started doing that. But now she changed her beliefs. Really? Well, as far as the purpose that she suggested, blasting away at Islam, AP, has your wife changed her views on that? Does she now think it's a waste of time to blast away at Islam? And now how dare you have that purpose anymore?
She literally wore a checkmate jihadist shirt.
That she did. That she did. You're right. I saw it. How could I have thought such a thing? So wait a minute. So AP, you're saying that whether your wife is an atheist or a Christian, whether you're an atheist, agnostic, or I'm a Christian, we all have the exact same view that blasting away at Islam is seriously important, and that purpose has not changed. Weird. I don't know how you haven't thrown yourself off a roof.
I wonder if this is what his conclusion will be.
Has he made a single relevant, coherent point yet, guys? Anything? We're almost 9 minutes into this video. Has he said anything that makes the slightest bit of sense at all to an informed person? No. Again, this is what he sounds like when he's talking theology.
He did mention at one point that he might be wrong, and I think that was actually a very good point.
That's the best thing he's ever said in his entire life.
Yes, that's pretty much true.
That's true. That's what they do.
That's what they do. That's what they do. Urinating upon one another. That's what they do. Hold up.
Wait a minute.
Interesting. Okay. Anyway,
He's his wife. So who is that person he was talking about? Apus got really depressed after
what did he say?
Man,
why would you do this? Guys, we can't play 10 seconds of this guy without him insulting and basically begging us to rip up some of the Quran. We can't do it. Isn't it weird? Again, guys, we're not catching him off guard with this. It is well known how we respond to insults. And to their credit, there are Muslims who take this into account and they try to avoid insults. You remember we were watching clips by some guys that one time, was that the 3 Muslims or something? Like, we want to be clear, we're not insulting here. We don't want to be clear, we're not insulting here. They were trying to make it clear that they didn't want us responding to their insults.
Yes.
And then they accidentally did it anyway and made fun of the Trinity, and so we ended up ripping up the Quran anyway. But I mean, some people get it, but the point is, guys, there's no excuse. He knows that when he tosses out an insult like apus or something like that, Mrs. Ape, he knows
Whoa,
it.
look at what
He
he just
knows
said.
what's happening, which
Whoa.
means he wants this. That's why we're wondering.
Well,
Is
look at what
Jake
David just
secretly
said.
an ex-Muslim atheist? Is he? We don't know, but he's acting exactly like a closet ex-Muslim would, trying to get us to rip up the Quran to make him feel good.
Ex-Muslim would.
Ex-Muslim would.
You just said ex-Muslim would. Oh, man.
And he considered committing suicide. But he rung,
Like your
he brought
prophet,
himself
Jake.
back in and said, no, I must have a purpose in life. And he started searching for atheist material
like your fake
online. And he
prophet,
found
Jake.
this page on Instagram.
Why are you explaining it? You just played the whole clip.
I'm
Why
just
is he-
explaining. He tried to commit suicide. Your prophet repeatedly tried to commit suicide.
No,
Until
no,
he
no. I
found
mean
his
him.
purpose as a prophet.
I mean him.
Yeah.
Why is he explaining what happened? He just played the whole clip of me telling what happened,
Yeah.
and now he's explaining it again.
Which happened to be his wife or his future wife. And he connected with her, right? And eventually he married her. And he said that she was the inspiration for his page, Apostate Prophet.
Did he say page?
Yes. Shout out to my wife for giving me that idea.
That
Yeah,
wasn't quite an insult, but new rule. Anytime Jake says the word page, it's a page of the Quran, buddy. It's a page of the Quran. Oh yeah. Now I'm wild card. Now I'm wild card wood. You're not ready for the wild card. Now you don't know when it's coming. You really don't know. Anything could set
New
me off. You
rule.
don't know.
New rule. Anytime Jake says a word, we rip out a page.
She's the one that motivated and encouraged him to make this Apostate Prophet page. And
Therefore, he should commit suicide.
now, look what has happened. She has left so-called apostasy and has embraced her new faith in Jesus Christ, in Christianity.
And
I'm
still
wondering
believes
how
completely in what AP does.
Okay, so what's the point, Jake?
this makes Apostate Prophet feel. The fact that the person who encouraged him to actually become the Apostate Prophet online,
Still
would make
encouraging
all of
him
this
to blast away at
content
Islam.
against Islam. Now that same woman who he married and loved, I guess, because of her atheism and her inspiring him in many
Yeah.
ways,
Loved
she
her
has
for her atheism. Now you since you loved her for her atheism and now she's no longer an atheist, your love went bye-bye. That's everything these guys say are revealing how they think. It's
Yeah.
revealing how they think, right? Like someone would, like one of these guys would say, if David Wood's son becomes an atheist, oh well, there goes any parental love for the kid, because that's how they would think.
This guy is he's reaching so hard here. It's such a stretch. He is clutching at, it's not even, I don't know what he's clutching at, but it's so ridiculous. He's so terribly and badly trying to make a point,
Mhm.
and is obviously not really making
There's
one.
none here.
It's
There's
just so
There's
stupid.
no point to be made here.
left atheism and has embraced Christianity.
Oh, nobody leaves atheism. Nobody leaves atheism. If she has left atheism, it shows that she was never a true atheist to begin with.
Atheism
Hasn't left her. Well, she hasn't left atheism. Atheism left her. How dare you say you left atheism? I guess that's what he expects from me.
Powerful. Dawa's powerful, man.
And not only that, to top it all off, she now uses and can be seen frequently using Muhammad hijab memes against
that's
like-
his number 2 point, right? So she left atheism, and his number 2 point is she uses Muhammad hijab memes to make fun of people.
Wait a minute. Wait. I didn't catch this detail at first. Hold on.
Not only that, to top it all off, she now uses and can be seen frequently using Muhammad hijab memes against cuck atheists like
Frequently against cuck atheists. So I don't know. We'd have to count. So frequently.
I want to ask my
at
wife.
least like 5 or 6, at least 5 or 6 to say frequently.
I want to ask my wife, are there actually more instances of you using that meme so that he can say frequently and it's justified? I'm not sure.
She may
about
have. She
that,
may have. It's possible
because-
that she does it all the time.
because
isn't
he only showed evidence of one, and then he calls it frequently. Now this may or may not be true, right?
it?
but,
It may or may not be. Yes, as far
but
as
if
what
it-
we know. Hence,
But if
asking.
it's not, I could be totally wrong. But if it's not, then it sounds like he's just making things up now for no reason at all. It's a very stupid point. It's a very stupid point.
It's pretty dumb. Yes.
I am probably using Muhammad Hijab memes more than anyone I know, and so what? It's not because we are fans of Muhammad Hijab. It's because Muhammad Hijab is ridiculous.
Hey, speaking of Quran desecration, ISL Elohim is here, and I don't know, I don't think she's posted it yet, unless she posted it today. But we had a birthday, a 100th birthday for the Quran on the 100th anniversary of when the 1924 Cairo edition became the official Quran, and then later Muslims thought it was the only Quran because it was foisted upon them and they don't study. But anyway, we had a 100th birthday party for the Quran. We made 100, count them, 100 Quranagami candles, put them inside a big fat Quran cake, and lit them up.
Ooh.
There were a bunch of people. There were a bunch of Christian apologists there. No one cared. Why? Because of people like Jake and Ali Dawa and Muhammad Hijab, who are basically convincing people that this is perfectly acceptable because of how absolutely reprehensible the Dawa clowns are.
Ooh.
Interesting
Ooh.
stuff.
I wish I had been there, man. That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, we'll check the video and see.
Yeah, see if I was there.
AP, I'm wondering how that makes you feel. I'm wondering how this
How do you
recent
do it?
conversion.
I'll show you. I'll show you how it makes me feel. Here's one example. Hey, David. Look at that.
Hey, AP, you were with David and you got a cross. You apparently don't even know that that's a cross. How did that make you feel? How did that make you feel? Did you run away in horror and burn your arm off? Did you chop your arm off when you found
And in
out?
case you didn't know, I can show you the proof that what you have on there is actually a cross and it stands for Christianity.
Yeah,
And I can
I've got
prove it
the
right
receipt.
here. I can prove it right here. And I wonder how you feel about that, AP.
What
This is how you
up
sound,
with this?
Jake. This is how you sound. And you
is
really
like a-
think that you are a fantastic Muslim apologist. And here's how I feel about it, Jake.
That was
Yeah.
very strong.
Here's how I feel about it. Alhamdulillah.
That was strong.
You see, this is the proof.
Happened. I'm wondering what the dynamic is going to be like now in the relationship. Are you going to become a Christian? Is she still allowed to be married with you even though you're an atheist now? Because the Bible says you shouldn't yoke with unbelievers.
What
These
an
are all
idiot.
interesting-
What
This
an
is a good-
idiot. He doesn't even know
this
what the
is a good
whoa, he just destroyed himself. I'm not even talking about that verse because the unequally yoked. That's talking about like running with a crowd who's going to lead you astray. But
This is a good question by Jake.
it specifically gets brought up that you can remain married to an unbeliever if you're a convert and so on, and you guys choose to remain together. And it says, if the unbeliever departs, let him depart. You're not in control of that person. But this guy who claims to know the Bible and blasts away the Bible, the issue right here is specifically brought up. What if you have two people, one of them converts and the other doesn't? Do you have to divorce? He says no. If the other person decides to divorce, that's up to that person. You do not control that person. But if that person's willing to stay, then you can stay together. Specifically says it, and he doesn't know it, which means he doesn't know the basics of what the Bible says. What a dope, man.
Ooh.
Look at his face again. Dude, he really comes across as like someone who just is perpetually enraged at the doctrine of the Trinity and just flips out all the time.
He is constipated.
Dawa.
Leave him alone. He's constipated. He needs to go to the bathroom. He needs to go poop.
questions, and we're all wondering. So anyway, with that being said, guys,
I think
literally no one was wondering. What's that?
The only person who's wondering is you, Jack.
Yeah,
Nobody
one
else is
person
wondering.
wondering. Everyone else who was wondering would just send a super chat or a chat or something like this. Say, "Hey, AP, what's going on?" And you would respond. That's
We
what
are
happened.
all wondering.
Everyone else was wondering.
The whole world is wondering how AP feels about this.
The whole Ummah sitting around going, "What's going on with AP? Why won't he tell us? Why won't he post a video?"
In fact, if we check the current news, the number one news is everybody is curious about how AP feels about the fact that his wife converted to Christianity. Everybody's discussing this around the world. We are all wondering what's going on. This is the issue. This is a big, big problem. We have never had a bigger problem in the history of humankind. Jake, what's your problem?
What is up with this dude? Like, just when I think Dawa can't be any dumber.
Guys, I don't know if you found this video educational, but
we did not.
It was
Except
very
for
educational.
educating us about how stupid you are.
Exactly, yes. It was very educational in that regard, but it was entertaining, I must say.
entertaining at the
Yes, it was very entertaining.
very least. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell. So you get
Wait. He
If you
thought that was entertaining.
educational
He
and
thought it was
entertaining.
Did he say entertaining?
Yeah, he said educational and entertaining. Yes.
Wait, so that was him trying to do what's called edutainment or infotainment. That's where you try to entertain people while giving them information. That's what he was trying. That was him trying to be entertaining.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, dude!
And he's sure that it was very entertaining, although might not be educational, but definitely entertaining. That's what he thinks. So.
Wow! Well, we've all witnessed the strength of Dawa.
This is what they do.
That's what they
get notified of future videos. Like this video if you liked it. Comment and let me know your thoughts.
Yeah, guys. Everyone, be sure to like it and share your thoughts on his video.
Yeah, I liked it. I did my job. I'm not sure if I can comment on it, but
is Apus now apostate prophet going to become a Christian too? Is he going to divorce his wife? Is she going to leave him for a Christian man?
We will find out soon in the next episode.
Ongoing adventures of AP.
No. How does this make him feel when she's the one that motivated him to become the apostate prophet online, and now she has embraced Christianity and left atheism? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Also, share this with your show.
We will reveal how AP feels about all of this in the next episode next week on Keeping Up with the APs.
Social media platforms and with your friends and family, no matter how big or how small your reach is, it really does help with the algorithm.
Yeah, share this video with your parents and your friends and family, extended family, with your grandchildren, grandparents, everyone. Share this video. This is very important. Very, very important.
Especially if you know any little girls, share it with them. And then if they like the way I look, can you send me their social media info? I'm like my prophet.
What a dork, man.
And if you guys want to go above and beyond and support the channel, then please consider donating at the GoFundMe link, which is pinned at the top of the description of this video, as well as my other videos. With that being said, guys, until next time, inshallah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Bad attempt. I feel like I could do a joking imitation of him making fun of you, and it would be a way better video.
That's true. That's true. Now, this is all very, very terrible and very, very bad.
It's
very
pretty
horrible.
bad.
Horrible attempt. However, I recently found out, actually, before moving on to this, I recently found out that there is a problem with Jake, the Muslim Metaphysician, also known as Jake Catelli. So, or Jake Brancatelli, or Brancatella. Buongiorno.
Mr. Brancatella.
However, before going into that, I want to look at a few super chats here. What do you think about that, David?
Yes, check out some super chats. You already looked at how many times are you going to look at the same exact one?
Ryan says Jake the Muslim needs a physician. Get him.
Jake the Muslim needs a physician for his constipation.
Isa Kabir said, I'm so sorry about your families being attacked, David Wood, AP. AP, may your wife's spiritual journey be amazing. Attack arguments, not people and their families. Thank you, Isa. Thank you, Isa.
Yeah,
I
Isa,
wish every Muslim was just like you, but you're only
Yeah,
like that because you're a Jew.
yeah, we both do. And Isa, yeah, don't feel too bad about families being attacked. We always put it to good use and have a good laugh at their attempts. And it is really amazing to me in the sense that it's like they hate us more than they love their religion. When you know that this is going to lead to a backlash against your religion, and you're like, but I can't help myself. I have to do it anyway. It's like you're saying, okay, I know this is going to be bad for my religion, but I have to do it anyway because of how much I hate this person. It's almost like they have this warped view where everything's not about Allah. It's about their hostility towards everyone else, and like Allah goes under the bus whenever they get angry enough. And then like the guys who, the Muslim Dai YouTubers, they tend to be narcissists who, I don't know, it's just wild stuff, man.
Pretty wild.
Happy
Alpha Beta said, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, for some reason. Not sure. This will probably convince people that Allah
Well,
is indeed
it just
God.
convinced me to rip out another page of the Quran. Oh, don't post that stuff on here, man. Go somewhere else with that Allahu Akbar.
Josh Sweet said, Jake Nutella.
Yeah, well, but it's funny because Nutella, and then the first part looks like bran flakes or something like that. Oh,
Yeah.
bran. Hey, Jake, put some bran in the Brancatella, man. You need some bran. It'll help you with your constipation face. Resting constipation.
Mariam,
He just invented resting constipation face.
Mariam Buenaventura says he has 100,000 subs with that content. This is the thing I always pointed out, that if you if you were incredibly stupid, you could totally become the best Muslim. You could become a very popular Muslim.
Look at Ali Dawa. Look at Ali Dawa.
Yeah. This is always so. Anywhere else, you probably need to have some expertise. You have to have knowledge. You have to have something to it. Not the same thing with Dawa. Not the same thing with Muslim apologetics. If you want to become a popular Muslim apologist, you have to be stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
so
we've talked about this before, but guys, it's because of the avalanche of apostasy, the Muslim Ummah is in a state of absolute panic and desperation. So they're clinging to any Dawa guy who comes along and says, I'm the guy who will destroy the Trinity. I'm the guy who will expose Christianity. I'm the guy who will defend Islam. I'm the dude who will save your children from becoming apostates and so on. Anyone who comes like that is going to get a boost of popularity. With that said, Dawa guys usually have a pretty short span of popularity because they all come out with some new gimmick or something they're doing that and people aren't used to it, and so they're successful for a while, and then people catch on and expose them, and then they're considered a joke. If you don't believe me, look at Dawa guys from 10 years ago. They're gone. They're not here.
Jake,
it's new guys.
Goat Hub said Jake gets more than just metaphysical on Goat Hub. Carl Jr. have the Blackstone or Goat eaten Quran pages? Yes, the Blackstone ate a lot of Quran pages. Said Allah is great. He hold this guy. Sun and moon are his.
This is what you get on AP's channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is how these guys talk.
Yeah,
we try to be
Thunder
respectful.
Emitting clouds. Yeah, unfortunately, this is very disrespectful, very Islamophobic. Keep it up. Mr. Ideos Mio, Mr. Ideos Mio. Finally, I get to release my jizya. Thank you.
Hey, speaking of jizya, I think tomorrow on my channel we'll have the world premiere of Muhammad Meets Queers for Palestine. That would be fun.
Really?
Yeah,
quick?
we might do that live. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah. I want to see it first, though.
No, it would be way funner. It would be way funnier if you're totally caught off guard by how gay you are in that video.
Man, that's messed up. Jake the Muslim Metaphysician. Meguo Enjoyer. I'm surprised your wife became Christian because a few weeks after discovering you, I became an ex-Catholic agnostic pantheist. What, really? You became a pantheist? Is that really a thing? I thought it's just a joke. Still, I wish you and your wife and your kids the best. Same for you, David Wood. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No, pantheism's a thing. If I had to rank positions in order of their plausibility, I'd put that around like 4th or 5th. But it's still
You mean
wrong.
that's- you mean
It's
that's
still
law?
wrong, but you got time.
Yeah. Okay. Mumu Joe said, "Dear Mrs. Apostate, please ignore these goat fudger. Every insult from these Rex child abuse terror justifiers is like a badge of honor." Yeah, I think my wife is totally fine with it.
Yeah, I don't. For some reason, I'm thinking Mrs. Apostate is not terribly broken up about this.
Yeah, you can believe that.
That's
You
by the
better
way.
believe.
That's one of the most important takeaways here, guys. Is you have these Dawa guys. Well, hey, I'll insult them, but they're going to insult Muhammad and Allah in return. Oh well, it's worth it, and they don't realize we're pretty comfortable with joking, insults, any of that stuff. We can take it. In other words, we have thick skin. We'll react. We'll react because we understand what your intention is. But if you have a community that's good at dealing with criticism and a community that's extremely fragile and flips out at the slightest bit of criticism, that community, which is terrible at dealing with criticism and loses their minds when they're criticized, probably shouldn't be starting insults. They probably shouldn't be doing it. And yet they can't stop. They can't stop. It's like, we're the most fragile people in the world when it comes to criticism. Let's go toss some insults at people who are really, really good at dealing with criticism. And then we'll cry. We'll spend the rest of our lives crying about it. Well, get used to crying, buds.
DC Isaac, I put extra gay in AP's makeup. Yes, she was actually there to help us with the makeup. She actually did my makeup extensively and also David's makeup, and it was fabulous.
Yeah, we were looking extremely gay, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? As always, note the plan in advance. Note the plan in advance. Here's the thing: why can you do that? You know they're going to take a picture of it. Blah 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 blah. Right? We're good at dealing with that. They're not. So here's how it works. We know they're going to take a picture of us. Screenshot. Look, here's David Wood and AP, or our characters, David and AP. But they're going to take a picture. Then they share it and they go, "Look at these guys. How can you take them seriously, guys?" Every time you see them doing that, share the video. Share the video. Share the video. Share the video, so people know what the video is about. Because guess
Tomorrow.
what? We can take dealing with the criticism. They can't. When people see what is in that video, it's pretty disgusting about Muhammad.
Tomorrow, the whole world will be introduced to David and Gay P. It's going to be amazing. David, Gay P. Gay P. Wait a minute, there was something Hebrew here which I found funny because I figured it out. Jeremy Mott said, Allahu Akbar. I just figured this out. That's what it means, right? Allahu Akbar. So Allah is a mouse. That's what it says. That's fun. This is good. This is good. You see? Alhamdulillah. Mr. Dios Mio said, would you buy a toilet paper roll with entire Quran? Yes. Echoing Erudite said, I'd love to see a Quran lantern for Halloween. Good idea. Working right now. Jonah Thornton said, the more Dawa talks, the more people leave Islam, which is opposite in Christianity and Judaism. Draw your own conclusions. Alhamdulillah. This is a good point. Stop Scamming Man said, while Muslim apologists have been dizzy with glee over the occasional European convert, Albania has recently ceased to be Muslim majority. Yeah. Albania has been very much in decline in terms of religiosity, specifically Muslim religiosity. They have never been good Muslims. They were kind of forced down their throat by the Ottomans, who were very scary, which is why the Albanians converted in the first place. They were these big, giant monsters that were half otter and half man, who conquered Europe at some point, or parts of Eastern Europe. And they were also leading the caliphate. And of course, when monsters that are like half otter, half man.
If they're half otter, wouldn't they be small? Or would they be giants?
No, but they're giant otters.
Okay.
Yeah. That's history. Holy Joe says, a puss must leave atheism for Christianity. You see, this is truth. This is proof. Tim Peterson, I should start a business printing Qurans so the money doesn't go to Islamists. What do you think I should name it? I'm thinking Quranic Solutions. That's good.
Good idea.
That's already good. Yeah, that's good enough.
Hey, you could be the go-to source for all Quranic desecration copies.
Go-to. Alhamdulillah. CO said, are Muslims blind? Those gigantic letters. Yeah. Exactly, that's what I say. No, I'm not sure what this means, but yes. Mr. Ideas Mio said, I saw the supposed Quran miracle. Middle chapter, Hadid, iron, Earth's core. What is Arabic for crust mantle? Is Bakara goat a layer? No. There is a miracle, actually, seriously. I'm trying to find this funny, but it's very funny that Jake, the Muslim metaphysician himself, actually made a video in the past where he talked about how what convinced him of Islam, and he brings up an example of Quran miracles where he mentions a word, the word middle, appearing in the middle of an entire chapter of the Quran, which to him is like amazing and mind-blowing, and that made him think, wow, must be from Allah. That's the guy we're talking about, man.
Powerful. that was powerful.
That's the guy we're talking about. That was powerful. They say Jake Brancatella is in the chat. I'm pretty sure that is not the real Jake.
Yeah, probably a fake.
Probably fake, because people like to fake things. Miles said, plot twist, David is a secret Muslim. This is actually not a secret. It's quite obvious. Chuppy says, David, would eating the Quran not fall into the 1 Peter 3:9 category? By the way, try saying my Queen Girl School 5 times fast. David.
Yeah, I know what you're doing with the Mike Winger there.
Figured it out. He figured it out. Shut it down.
Yeah, hang on. I'm trying to figure out if this is the actual. This is actual Jake here. What is this?
It's not. It's fake.
Oh, you already looked it up?
Yeah. Urolic try. Oh, do you want to respond to the 1 Peter 3:9?
No, that's one of the passages. I mean, you don't have to go to Peter. You could go to Jesus or something like that. But don't repay evil with evil. That sort of thing. Guys, you're dealing with. I don't believe it's actually evil to desecrate a book that calls for our violent subjugation. I don't. Right? So I don't know. What do you want to do? Hurting someone's feelings is wrong. I think you guys have given these passages some interpretations which keeps you from reacting, and then they spend the rest of, they use it against you. They use your, like, the biggest problem with Christianity in the West is just like the biggest obsession is being nice. Like, as long as, if I'm in a conversation, as long as I come across as the nice one, that works. And you've got a culture that portrays what niceness as weakness, and they're strong and you're nice because you're weak, and they use that. And so taking the Bible as a whole, it's just like commands to be kind and so on. And you apply that as some universal rule that there's never any situation to otherwise. Okay, well, if that's the case, what do you do with Jesus blasting away at the scribes and Pharisees? You hypocrites, you whitewashed tombs. Or the Apostle Paul calling Elymas the sorcerer, you son of the devil, you enemy of all righteousness. If you apply it as some universal, and there's never any sort of situation to dial things up in regard to people who are doing messed up things, then you've got a problem. You've got a problem, because now you're condemning almost everyone in the Bible, almost every important figure in the Bible who don't follow that rule. So anyway, if you actually follow the pattern of the Bible, the people who are on the receiving end of open, vicious rebuke, insults, mockery, they were usually religious figures who were influencing other people and leading them astray. The religious leaders, hypocritical religious leaders who are leading people astray. So if that, from the biblical perspective, is the appropriate target of mockery and insults and condemnation, then one, Muhammad is the best at that of all time, right? He is the #1 target of all time. There is no greater example of a hypocritical religious leader who's oppressing people. And so he would be the prime target of all time for biblical mockery and insults. But any of these Dawa guys who are leading other people astray, sorry.
Yeah, there you go. Urolic Tribe said all Jake does is attack people online, mocking them or making up lies about things he knows nothing about. He actually wanted to confront you two before.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope so. He agreed to have debates with both of us, but then he canceled and backed out, and then he
backed out like a coward.
Like a coward, like a weasel. like a
Little
coward, like a
weakling.
prophet. Sketchy alternatives, love what you guys do. God does wonder through y'all. God does wonders through y'all. I've heard that the argument that slit cut the aorta is just an Arabic idiom, just another excuse. Yeah, this is one of my objections that I have to people like David Wood, who twist everything to attack Islam.
Yeah.
No, I do say that to me it sounds like my aorta is being cut may simply be an Arabic way and at the time of expressing that you are in severe pain or that you are dying. However, it still is kind of a coincidence that the Quran specifically says that if a prophet gets out of hand, then he will quickly cut their aorta and make them die. And Muhammad then cites specifically those words as he is in his deathbed.
Yeah, so sketchy alternatives. Two issues here. One, if you say it's an Arabic idiom, you should be able to show this idiom being used all over the place in Arabic literature and stuff. So that would be one step. But two, as AP's pointing out, so you got two possibilities. One, this is describing a specific way of dying, like some sort of pain right here in the upper chest that tells you you're interpreting as like severing your aorta or something like that. So if that's the case, then guess what? When Allah says, hey, if this guy's a false prophet, I will sever his aorta. And then Muhammad dies, I feel my aorta being severed. Okay, that seems like the fulfillment of that specific way of dying. If, as AP's pointing out, it is an idiom and it just means, oh, I'm going to be in horrible pain or something like that, well, then it would be an idiom in the Quran too, right? When Allah says it, it would say, you're going to die and you're going to be in this horrible pain when it's happening about this. And it's exactly how Muhammad died. So if it's not an idiom, it means what it says, then that's what happened. If it's just an idiom and they're familiar with it, then it's an idiom in the Quran, and Muhammad's using that idiom to say how he's dying. So in other words, it's still exactly what happened to him. So problem either way.
So I wanted to point out earlier that that I saw when I was checking Jake's channel, because he made this video about me and my wife. I was checking out what's going on, and then I saw this video where it says, I've just been diagnosed with, and then it says bad news here. And I thought, so what has he been diagnosed with? It's very funny, by the way.
It's not funny.
It's not funny at all, but what I see here is kind of funny. It's the way he handles even such terrible news. He's talking about something serious here, you will see in a second. But even that is kind of, when he makes the video, when he publishes the video, it's like, I've just been diagnosed with, I'll probably not say what I have been diagnosed with, because nobody will understand it anyway, so people will not click on it. How about I'll just leave it to a surprise?
Yeah, ... Now you have to click on it to find out.
Yeah, why would you do this? This is kind of weird, but anyway.
He's clickbaiting. He's clickbaiting people with news of him being diagnosed with the disease.
Yes, and I must say, I'm going to turn off my whole joke and mockery side for a little bit here, as I talk about this, because Jake has actually, according to this video, been diagnosed with a very serious disease, a very serious condition, which is multiple sclerosis. For those who are aware of it, is a very terrible disease, a very terrible condition. But I want to make a point about this as we go.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Jake, the Muslim Metaphysician. And today's episode, guys, is not an exciting episode as I typically use as an intro to most of my videos. This video is not clickbait. It's not meant to get views. It's not meant for anything of the sort. The main reason why I've decided to make this video public and speak about my current condition is because I feel that I have a connection to my audience. I feel that I should be open and honest with them. And also, there may be people who are going to watch this video who are regular viewers of mine that maybe have gone through something similar, or know a family member, a friend that has gone through something similar. And maybe in the comment section, one of you guys could leave me some beneficial advice regarding the specific condition that I'm in and what I'm currently going through and experiencing. So as the video title or the thumbnail indicates, I have recently been diagnosed with a very serious chronic illness, of which there is no cure at the moment. And I was diagnosed about 1 month ago, so at the beginning of June of last month, and I was diagnosed with an illness or disease which is called multiple sclerosis, or or sometimes known for short as MS. For those who don't know very much about it, I'm not making this a video to give a very detailed education and explanation of what MS is, but I'm going to briefly explain it, not from my words, because I just started learning about the illness since I've been diagnosed about.
Yeah, I learned about this a while ago. It was also connected to when I was studying neuropsychology. I came across this, and I was really wondering and went deeply into it and studied the different aspects of it. And it's a very complicated disease, and it's also a disease that manifests itself in very different ways, depending on the person who has it, depending on where exactly it is. But it's basically a nerve disease where the nerves start getting attacked and eat themselves instead of protecting you, and it basically leads to nerve damage and can have multiple very serious consequences. The thing is, there is no cure for it. There is treatment for it. People who are diagnosed with multiple sclerosis usually have I think average lifespan after being diagnosed of between 20 to 30 years or so, but you can also live longer than that or much shorter, depending on how severe it is and where.
Yeah, on average, they live like seven or 8 years shorter than the regular population. So you still live. Yeah. You still live a long life. There's just the symptoms get worse over time. So
yeah, and the thing is, it can be a very subtle disease, which you don't notice because it doesn't have a visible impact. But the person who experiences it obviously goes through something where they think, "What in the world is going on?" So they go to the doctor and get diagnosed with it once it's found out. In his case, I think I listened to it a little bit, and he said that he started having these very this sharp pain whenever he bends his head over, and that is one of the symptoms. And then they go further and analyze it, and that's what it turns out to be. But some people, after having this, can lose their vision, their eyesight. Some people can, I think, quickly, I don't want to misrepresent the thing, but as far as I remember it, always do your own research on this stuff. Some people can have other neurological issues, can lead to mental decline, can lead to decline of bodily functions very quickly. People can become bedridden and all that. And yeah. So it is a very serious condition, nothing to make light of and nothing I would want to make light of. I know people suffer from it very severely, some more than others. However, here is the thing. I will not do what these people are doing, what these people do very often. But let's say I sat here today and published a video and announced that I have been diagnosed with this condition, which is not curable and which will severely impact me, which will impair me and lead me to a painful death. If I announced that, if I made a video saying I have been diagnosed with this disease, what would the reactions be from the Muslim apologists, from the Dawa guys? I'm pretty sure that the response that we could get from them would be, wait, what? What's happening?
What?
Sound is not good. What? Where? You mean on the video that I played? I don't know.
You sound fine to me. Anyone else hear a sound problem? Sounded totally normal to me. So basically, if no one else has a sound problem, then it might be this person's computer or something like that.
Yeah. If I announce that I have such a condition, they would immediately start making videos in which they would start mocking me and saying, "Look, you see, this is the proof. Allah is humiliating and exposing these Islamophobes. He's exposing the Islamophobes. Look at this. This is revealing the truth about them." That's what they would say.
No
they
question.
would use this immediately for really, really messed up stuff.
Right? Actually, it would be a mixture. You would get tons of people mocking you. You see, this is the proof. This is the proof that Allah has cursed AP. You'd get that, but it would mix with actual attempts to get you to convert to Islam. Like, do you see now, APC? Brother, listen, yes, we go through some things, but if you convert now, then all this, and because they want you as like a trophy after this to say, oh, you see, and then he converted to Islam. Yeah, it would be a mixture of that. And of course, if you refuse to convert and they realize you refuse to convert, then it would just end up being endless mockery. You see, this is the curse of Allah upon you. So you are correct in that, sir.
Yeah. This also reminds me of Ali Dawa, for example, who when I a while ago had went to the hospital and I was sick, and I posted about it. I posted a selfie about it. He immediately made fun of it and insinuated that it might be something much worse, that it might be a serious disease, that I might die. And he was making fun of it, was celebrating it, and was also encouraging people to pray that both David and I get serious diseases and we die. So
yeah, remember that?
This is how they usually react. Yeah.
That was years ago. He asked Muslims, he requested on Twitter, posted to Muslims to all join together in prayer, praying that we get diseases. And then all the response was all alhamdulillah, 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 alhamdulillah. They're all no, they were posting Ameen. I forgot. Yeah, they were posting. Remember, it was just like a line of Ameen, 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 Ameen. And there was like one guy who said, "Hey, should we really be doing this? Should we really be like calling, asking God to give people diseases?" And then someone responded to, and I was like, "Well, at least there's one voice of reason there." And then someone responded to him, and the guy's like, "Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. May Allah give them diseases." So even like the one guy who said we shouldn't be doing that. Changed his mind very quickly when the others all said, no, we should be praying for these guys to get diseases. But yes, AP, you are entirely correct that this is exactly how they would respond. Fortunately, we're not them.
Yeah. That's what they do. So with that said, I don't know if you have any further thoughts on this, David, but I want to say I wish Jake, the Muslim physics guy, nothing bad, nothing evil. Nothing wrong.
Even though he not only does he probably want us to get diseases like Ali Dawa, but he openly admits that he wants both of us to be publicly executed.
Yes.
Even a guy who wants us publicly executed, we have no joy over him getting a disease.
Yeah, and I should actually just bring that up here and post that as well, just to see how we feel about this and how we think about this. But Jake Brancatella, Jake Muslim Metaphysician, actually openly said when he was asked about the death penalty that ex-Muslims should be executed, that they should be killed. So people who leave Islam should be killed. That's what he actually said.
And then his partner was right beside him, Daniel Hakikachu, the world's leading defender of child marriage. When he was asked, he said, it's apostates and blasphemers. So in case anyone's wondering, most of you in the chat would be on the receiving end of this as well, because you're all guilty of blasphemy for the mean things you say about the most obvious false prophet in history.
It's very disrespectful.
I've interviewed almost any of the major. What is your biggest challenge? Living mobsters? I've had them on the podcast before. I don't know if that's your stuff that you would watch, but I've
This is from let's see.
Challenge a few different places, right? One, there's faith, meaning none of us have got common enemies. It's the challenges that's going on in the world, specifically with America as being for the longest time.
I believe I should be put to death.
Oh, yeah.
Because this concerns me. Do you believe I should be put to death?
I believe that the punishment for apostasy in a correct Islamic state is death. I believe that that's the correct. Let me finish. Let me just respond, sir. I believe that that is the correct punishment, which has been revealed by God, both in the Quran and the Bible. And for Robert to turn around,
I asked you.
Let me finish.
I asked you, do you believe I should be killed today?
And I answered you, sir.
Yes or no?
I answered you.
Yes or no?
I answered you.
I think you said yes.
You want me to answer?
I said.
Yeah, you answered.
In a proper Islamic jurisprudence, jurisdiction, an Islamic nation, all of the laws of Islam and the Sharia, as revealed by God, should be applied.
So if we were in that kind of state, would you do it?
Including
I'm not the one that executes
with proper due process, with a proper court hearing, just like any nation of laws. the laws of the Sharia should be applied, including the death penalty for not only apostates but also blasphemers.
You didn't answer me, yes or no?
So there you have it.
We did answer.
Yes, we did answer.
Yeah, so I should be killed.
We did answer.
I deserve to be killed because I left Islam and became a Christian.
According to Islamic law, an apostate like you would be killed. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And that's what, like people wonder why Rashid kept asking. So are you saying, because they lay it down as a general thing? Yes, we believe that an Islamic state apostate should. Do you believe I should be killed? He's making it specifically him. Do you believe I need to be executed if you get your state? Until they said, yes, an apostate like you.
Yep. So there you have it. This is Jake here, together with his dear friend, Daniel Kikachu, who has a thing for little children. So they were sitting together here and openly admitting and openly saying that they want apostates to be executed. So they want people like me and people like Rashid and others to be killed simply because we have left Islam. And they also want those who insult Islam or offend Islam to be killed and executed as well. So that's where we are. That's where we are. This is what Jake here, who is diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, thinks should be happening to us.
And by the way, think about, I mean, like, they want us executed for making fun of Muhammad, for you for leaving Muhammad. Well, you're under double death sentence because you're both the apostate and the blasphemer. But they want us executed. And we've pointed out that all the arguments they've used for Dawa, the perfect preservation of the Quran, the scientific miracle, this isn't like disagreements over interpretation. You can have an argument that I don't agree with, and I can still say, okay, I understand why you think that, or something like that. The arguments that they used were complete, total, utter deception. And if you go back to the time of Muhammad, it was even dumber. It was, I got the mole on my back. This mole is the seal of prophethood. Oh yeah. And it's like the Jews and the Christians, they know about this mole, but he's talking to pagans, right? He's talking to pagans, telling them that Jews and Christians know about if you have this giant mole on your back, it makes it's like the most idiotic nonsense ever. And we get to the point where we say, guys, all your arguments have been exposed as lies or completely insane. How about you tell us what your case for Islam is now? Show us why this guy's a prophet. They won't do it. They will come within 1,000 miles of it. Jake wouldn't dare to debate Muhammad. He wouldn't. I'm saying it right here. That man would not dare to defend Muhammad in a debate. It will never, ever, ever happen. Not in a million years. Hijab would never. Ali Dawa, never. These guys would never. And Sheikh Uthman, never. None of these guys would go near Muhammad. And so we ask, why should we believe in this guy? None of them will defend it. None of them will give us any reason to believe in Muhammad where we can actually sit there and challenge their argument. They would never do this. And yet they believe we have to be put to death. They believe AP has to be put to death for not believing in a guy where the guys will not give him a single reason to think that he's a prophet. They believe that I would be executed for blaspheming a guy where the only arguments they've ever given have turned out to be complete lies. And it's like, it's just becoming a giant gang. That's what Islam is now. It's just one giant gang. Join us or we'll kill you. But why should we join you? Well, it's got nothing to do with religion. It's got nothing to do with Muhammad. It's got nothing to do with anything. Just, we will kill you if you are not on board with us. Can we give you a reason to think that it's true? Not one, nothing close. But believe it or you die. That's what Islam is now, ladies and gentlemen. And you see it right here.
Yeah, you see it right there. Well, so despite Jake's very abusive and very violent and very intolerant and brutal and draconian and very dark and very messed up beliefs and way of thinking, I would not say that I wish him anything bad. When he has a condition like multiple sclerosis, I on the contrary. So as opposed to how they usually react, I don't think it has anything to do with what a horrible person he is, and I don't wish him anything bad. I hope he sees his ways and one day becomes a better person to interact in better ways with others. I could react to him the same way that he reacts to others. However, I think that there could be an example set of how you want the world to be. And I don't want the world to be a horrible place where people treat each other horribly just because Muslims happen to like that kind of stuff. That said, So I wish him all the best. I hope that he can get the best treatment. I hope he has a good life where he finds comfort. I wouldn't say that that the world would necessarily lose anything of great value if things didn't go the right way for him. That said, still, I don't wish suffering on anybody. But I'm pretty sure that if he wants to find a solution to this, he could probably find something to get proper treatment, not from science, but from the Islamic sources. For example, he could try drinking camel liver and see how that, if that solves the problem. This is of course sunnah. This is something that the Prophet Muhammad himself
That's for stomach problems.
prescribed. Well,
you'd be better off trying the black seed. That's for all kinds of things. The black seed.
Black seed, camel urine. I don't know. You could kind of explore these different options. But yeah, definitely, I would definitely say I wish you all the best, Jake. Okay.
Yeah, and guys, just think about that. You've got the apostate prophet, a staunch atheist, still trembling and trying to recover from news that he just found out from Jake that AP's wife had converted to Christianity. And in the midst of this trauma, this traumatic experience for AP, he's still a massively better person than the Dawa guy. This atheist/agnostic.
So I would encourage people to, if they want to pray for him, pray for him. If they want to wish him well, wish him well. If they want to tell him their opinions on his video about me and my wife, do that. And for him, always camel urine, zamzam, milk, and black seeds. Mix them. Maybe you could find something nice to cure multiple sclerosis. But hey, I wish you all the best, Jake. Thank you. Alhamdulillah.
With all that said, Jake, we wish no ill upon you, but your videos suck.
Yeah, terrible.
And
Absolutely
your
terrible.
arguments and reasoning ability are all like some of the worst I've seen in Dawa, and that's saying something. Just watching that video right there. Just watching the video of you responding to AP's wife converting was one of the
I must say your logic
things I've ever said.
Your logic and your thinking and your approach makes me want to get multiple sclerosis so that my life is shortened. Yeah. Manny Burger said he's mad because he can't control his bowel movements with his disease. This is very, very terrible.
No need to be jerks, guys. Be jerks about Muhammad and the Quran.
Yeah. Apostate of Allah said this actually pisses me off. If it was his wife, he'd go crazy. Yes. We have to take into consideration that these super chats that I'm reading came in about 2 hours ago. So, Villainous SSB said, what about a curry? Might be more palatable. Curried Quran. See, it even sounds tasty. It does. I have to try it out.
Curried Quran does sound good.
Goathub says, the interesting thing about this interesting thing is that it is interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah.
That sounds like Jake.
Eduardo Ventura says, I want to recommend the channel of Nabi Asli. You will love it. Worth watching. I think this is actually Nabi Asli pretending to be somebody else promoting that channel. This is what they always do.
Urinating upon one another. That's what they do.
Issa gifted 1 membership. Thank you, man. Issa, thank you. Apostate of Allah, I need some advice from the OGs. I tried posting a video yesterday and it just wouldn't upload. I uploaded an unlisted short. No problem. Wow. It might be a format issue. It might be just that time issue. You might want to try it again if it doesn't work out.
There are it could be a formatting thing. So check your format. But YouTube accepts most formats. So yeah, check that. But other than that, things can just be a glitch. There are occasional glitches on YouTube where things just don't work. And so, yeah, just try it later.
Alhamdulillah. Dynamo said Matt 511. It just reminds me of Sneeko.
Powerful. Sneeko.
Matt 511. Be encouraged for triggering Dawa, Mrs. AP. Alhamdulillah. What did you say, Matt 39? What was that?
Yeah, Matt 39. He's talking about how he's a Christian and how he didn't see any of the evidence for Christianity. He didn't even know what the book of Matthew is and doesn't know how to cite chapter and verse.
The Uralic tribes on Hamza's Den live chat, Muslims first mock non-Muslims, but then they're like, oh no, be respectful or they won't convert to Islam. Hypocrite fakes. Yeah.
You sick in the mind?
Minahil said that,
why is AP using hijab memes? Is he thinking about Is he thinking about converting to Islam?
maybe he should commit suicide. Minahil said the Dawa community is a disgrace. They're running out of ideas to maintain their filthy religion, so now they resort to cheap videos like these.
That
How
is
anyone
correct.
can take them seriously is a mystery. Yeah,
That is correct.
that's what they do.
That's what they do.
Christopher said, Christians, why would you behead me for being a Christian? Muslims, Islamophobe. Magic Man, does apes even mean anything? Apes? Apes? What? Who's? Apos? Apos?
Maybe he's trying to say
Oh,
apos.
Apos. Yeah. What it means is Muhammad Hijab and his great knowledge and his great
wisdom,
his great hikmah,
tactical genius that he is.
made it up and also explained it. He said we should call him Apostate pusillanimous, in short, Apus. Now, he did that, and of course used a word that he thought he's introducing to everyone because he's such a genius in a completely wrong way. But yeah, that's what it means. But it's actually an attempt to fool Allah on their behalf and to say pusillanimous instead of saying the other P word that sounds quite similar. But that's their attempt. So it's an insult with a sexual reference, where they just veil it in such a way that Allah doesn't notice it. Alhamdulillah. Muslims are so smart. Ryan said, Jake, are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? It's supposed to be David. Yeah. This is from that famous song by David, which goes, are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Huh? Islamo probe JD Vance named Britain the first Muslim nation with nuclear weapons. How true. Losers, until they fight back, I have no respect for a once great nation. Did you see that clip? When I saw that clip, I thought, wait a minute, this is a joke that I would make. But
oh yeah, I saw that.
That Donald Trump running mate Vance, he was talking about the nation with the first nuclear missiles.
Yeah. I mean, he was joking, but he's making a point there.
Yeah, and he said it's actually the UK. It's a joke, but it's a joke that I would make. So it was kind of funny to me that he said
that is a joke we would easily make.
Yes. In Greek Orthodox, with a super chat, thank you so much. Adam said, a wise, intelligent person will be the first to admit that he doesn't know about something, nor have an opinion about something if he doesn't. Yes, I have no idea about anything at all. I'm stupid. I don't know anything. I'm so ignorant, man. You see, this shows that I'm the most wise and most intelligent person.
Yeah, this is where when you get to Dawa, like the dumber and more clueless you are, but the more confident you sound while spouting it is that those are the relevant criteria.
Why are you stuttering?
Yeah. Metal Force 999 said, David Wood, can you please mix the Quran pages with peanut butter and jelly and eat it?
Maybe.
What's it with Americans and having like whenever they see something, they're like, oh, peanut butter. Let me put peanut butter on that. This is a weird thing with Americans. This is what I noticed when I came to America.
If you think peanut butter and jelly are weird, go back to freaking Turkey, you commie.
I didn't see this in Europe either. It's like it's an American thing. They're like, oh, okay, I see something to eat. How about we put peanut butter on that?
Oh, okay, so you're making fun of Americans. We're the only people in the world who apparently like peanut butter and jelly, and we happen to become the most powerful and prosperous nation the world has ever seen. Oh yeah, great. Go ahead and make fun of us.
No, Europeans aren't that obsessed with peanut butter. Americans.
That's why they're getting crushed.
Yeah, they're like,
loading.
Oh, look at this. There's a crumb of something. How about I put peanut butter on that and eat it?
It'll make it delicious.
JDL said, AP holding the crucifix up to the camera looks like he's exercising Jake's demons. That's funny. That's quite. Hey, don't you have a tattoo on one of your fingers?
Mm-hmm.
David, show the tattoo. Baby. What is it?
They weren't sure. No, they said because that their designs are like 7 centuries old and they've lost kind of what the meaning of some of them may be. And so even the ones we have here, the three crowns, they said they're not sure if the 3 crowns represent the 3 wise men or if it's a Trinity symbol on there. And this, they weren't sure. It looks like Jesus in the tomb, but there's a kind of binding across it, and they're not sure that may have been someone who had an alternative view of the crucifixion, because crucifixion happened over centuries and happened in all kinds of different ways. And some people, you just bind someone to a cross until they die and stuff like that. So they said it's probably Jesus in the tomb, but possibly an alternative theory of the crucifixion.
Yeah. If cannibals came across that, if Americans were cannibals, they would probably put peanut butter on that finger. Jake the Constant.
Look at his face on the thing.
Jake the Constipated said, AP is shaking. He's crying after his wife converted.
He was. I can vouch. That's all I've heard from him.
I was literally shaking. I'm literally shaking right now. Look, I have the cross right here. Although I'm not a Christian. See, that's how it goes. Red Knot 821 said Jake grimaces like a Civil War doctor is cutting off one of his legs. He has a shameless character just like his prophets. May God lead him to change. Mike Roch Winger says, Mike Winger said on his Nerdy 10 Questions that he never calls his fans wingerlings, and David Wood are good friends. What?
And
are you serious?
And his fans believe him? This man has done nothing but declare war on me for years, and they're suddenly going to believe him if he just changes his story completely? Nope, don't fall for it, ladies and gentlemen.
I kind of give myself good ideas. I've never tried human with peanut butter. Maybe I should try that. Mumu Joe said, dealing with it. Why are all the momos so mental? How does his family dealing with the fact that he's in a cult that celebrate Rex and abuse? Yep. Rex is really bad.
Rex is the worst.
Rex is terrible, man. Virus Adam made a cross with hearts. I'm not sure what exactly that means. We will never find out. Sahib Muskris said, I did not convert to Christianity. It's not true. I did not convert. I did not. Oh, hi, Redwan. This is a good reference. I did not convert to Christianity. It's not true. I did not convert. I did not. Now I want to watch that movie, The Room. The erotic tribes, you see, he's providing evidence from X.
He brought the receipts. The receipts.
This is the proof that
he didn't just
converted to Christianity.
He didn't just provide an unsubstantiated claim that AP's wife converted to Christianity. He actually went on Twitter, where she's been publicly announcing it for some time now, and exposed the truth.
Powerful stuff. My brother's girlfriend still calls herself Muslim due to family pressure. She agrees Islam is false after hearing your arguments. What can I do? This comes from Greek Orthodox. David, what can they do?
It's kind of going to depend on that's kind of going to depend on the situation. If you're in a Muslim country, it's going to be very different from if you're in the United States or somewhere where she's safer. So yeah, it's going to depend.
That's it.
You were saying 3 words and I gave like 20. So
yeah, it just depends. It's like when you're a Muslim, and even if you agree that Islam is false, it becomes a very hard thing to be open and public about it, because it's not just that there is a threat of being targeted by Muslims. There's also the fact that if you leave Islam, you are basically burning bridges and risking turning your back on all the Muslims that you know, on all the Muslim relatives, family members, and so on. It's a tough thing for people to do. It's like more than just social suicide. It goes further than that. Yeah. Maybenubzuba says, I will never take advice or lessons from Jake the fake physician. I rather believe in Farfour, who died for our sins in Gaza by not showing his documents. This is a powerful point. And why is this viewer of us using Farfour as a meme here? This clearly shows that Maybenubzuba here is pro-Hamas. See? Alhamdulillah. Christopher C said, "Hey, Christopher C, what's up?" Christopher C said, "I saw Jake's side act where he's a Muslim magician, and let's just say he should probably only perform in international waters. I'm filing a report currently." Yeah, he tried being a physician, then being a magician. Now he's just Jake. It's ridiculous, man. I mean, where do you realize, okay, maybe this is not working out, I should just quit? Adam said, "Migga, make Islam great again. Wind back the clock to 500 AD. This is good. This is good stuff. Nahil, he sounds like a Kardashian with all his nosy questions. It sounds like he's watching the Kardashians. It sounds like his channel is one that comments on the most recent episodes of some reality TV show that he's watching, and he's like, why did they not address this big issue? What can we ask them? Can we ask them why they didn't talk about this one specific thing that Kim Kardashian's sister did here? This is very important. So maybe we will find out in the next episode." That's so weird. Papa Karai said, "David, your Muhammad cartoon looks like a male organ drawn in the bathrooms. Maybe it is Muhammad's exact representation." You're just imagining that.
Wait, this one?
Yeah.
This one? This guy who was extremely displeased with Jake, the Muslim Metaphysician, for causing this to happen? AP, dead serious, 100% serious right now. If Jake had not posted that video, no, if he had posted that video without insulting your wife in any way, would this exist right now?
No.
This would not exist right now. Why does this exist at all? Because of Jake's decisions. So Jake believes that he has to stand before Allah and explain why he completely ignores the Quran and insults people who are going to make fun of his fake prophet in return. What is this?
Well. Jake will have to answer for his crimes to Allah.
What if I have any other markers in here?
Actually, I'm just going to use this opportunity and quickly make something nice with the Quran page. Yeah. Cutting this to make a shape. Let's see. If this is good. Here we have this. Okay. See, this is an L. Here. This is for Jake. For Jake. This is an L for Jake. It could be a J for Jake. It could be a J for Jake, right? Or it could be an L. This is for you, Jake. Jake. J for Jake. Take the L. Here. You see? That was powerful stuff, man. I should become a prophet myself. All station 4850 said, "Clearly AP is a secret atheist, agnostic Christianity secretly, of course." It is true. It is true. I'm almost beginning to suspect that I might be a secret Christian. But I don't really believe that. Dunks arrested Jake worships AP more than Allah. That's true. But to be fair, who in the world would rather worship Allah? Seriously, you gotta be stupid. Paul Lungaro said, "David Wood, dude, flip the drawing the other way and you just drew a C and balls." Huh, that's interesting. Mr. Ideos Mio said, "Can't spell mutawafika without muta, you see."
Funny.
Tez was slightly off topic, argued with an atheist online today. He said Islam was a religion of peace and all religions are as bad as each other. I said Islam is not like the others and dangerous. Am I wrong? You're completely wrong and completely bigoted and Islamophobic and also racist. You probably made that comment because you don't like brown people. Everybody knows that all religions are equally bad and equally wrong, and that no religion at all, no religion out there can be worse than the other. And no religion out there can be more violent and more intolerant than the other. It's impossible. It is absolutely expected to agree upon this very, very firmly confirmed fact that all religions are necessarily equally true or equally false or equally dangerous and equally not dangerous and equally violent and equally peaceful. Anything else would be stupid to even argue. What do you think about this, David?
Powerful, wise points. Tezbot. Islam is different because it calls for the violent subjugation of the world. Other religions have rules for the people who subscribe to the religions. Islam has rules for you, whether you believe it or not. And that's why, well, I don't believe that. Okay, then you get your head chopped off, or you have to be violently subjugated, or you have to be compelled to convert, or something like that. So anyone who doesn't see a difference between that and other religions, I would say, is completely stupid. But along those lines, now look, Muhammad is in hell. Why did you do this, Jake? This would not have existed. This picture, this cartoon of your prophet roasting in hell, calling out, why did you do this to him? This is 100% on you, because it would not have happened if you hadn't started with the insults against people who were just minding their own business.
Jake, think about this. Think about how Muhammad feels right now. Muhammad is there, and he's like, no, Jake, why would you do this? Why would you do this, Jake? Do you not know? Do you not know about the consequences of your actions? Why would you cause the enemies of Islam to do this to me? I'm hurting, Jake, and you caused this. Jake, why would you do this? Why would you violate your prophet like that?
Why look what I had to do now. Now I had to add some tears. You guys see the tears coming out of Muhammad's face? Why? He's crying because of what Jake, his so-called follower, did. This is insane. This is awful. He's crying. Imagine how he feels, roasting in hell and crying. And then he's sitting there crying. And as fast as he's crying, the hellfires are making his tears sizzle.
Yeah. Jake, you're making Muhammad feel worse than Muhammad made Aisha feel. This is just very, very inconsiderate of you. You're doing basically what Muhammad did to Aisha to Muhammad. Cam said Dawa at its finest. Love you, AP and David. Thank you. I love you too, Cam. Beatrice Nunes said, so is this the video? So this is the video. Look, she became a Christian and shared memes from that guy.
You are correct. You are correct, Beatrice. That is the entire video. And him trying to, but keep in mind, he's a Dawa guy. So he's used to trying to make something out of nothing, right? That's Dawa in a nutshell. Let's take nothing, absolutely nothing, and sound like we're making something out of it to deceive morons who are too stupid to realize that we've got nothing.
This is unbelievable, guys. Guys, look at this. This is unbelievable, guys. His wife literally converted to Christianity, and I really wonder how he feels about this. Yeah, and also on top of that, can you believe it? She actually posted a meme. Who does this? And the entire world is now waiting for a response from AP. That's basically the video. Mother Queen, Apostate Mommy. Hey, what's up, Apostate Mommy? Said, Dear Mrs. Apostate, Luke 15:10. Oh, hi, AP and David Wood. I wish we had a Christian here who could quickly give us the reference of Luke 15.
That's Luke 15. That's a passage where Jesus is talking about there's more rejoicing over one sinner who repents and so on in heaven. So, yeah, that passage. I mean, wait. I'll bring it up.
No. Yes.
Hang on. I'll just read it real quick. Luke 15, what, 10? In the same way, I tell you, there is rejoicing in the presence of the angels of God over one sinner who repents. And that's part of a passage where he's pointing that out.
See, David knew the answer. Although he's a secret atheist. Slapstick Nick said, Jake the Muslim autist. This is very disrespectful. Magic Man said, who is this nerd AP? Where is the Chad Mike Winger? I am unfortunately left to doing live streams with David because Mike Winger is too busy to attend and to be my co-host, which is why I have to do this. But yeah, this is what we're dealing with. And I think it's always important to appreciate what you have, you know, and to go with and to be accepting of it and to make the best out of it.
Who would watch a show if Mike Winger were on here? I mean, come on, be realistic.
Okay, welcome. We're rebranding our channel as the Star Trek Christian Fan Club, and come on.
Hey, did you see what happened in Yemen?
No.
I saw the news. And I thought,
something with the Houthis. Let me guess.
I saw the news and I thought, oh yeah, man. So Israel just struck a port in Yemen in response to the Houthis recently carrying out a drone attack on Tel Aviv, which, by the way,
that was the Houthis.
Yeah, it was the Houthis. The Houthis took responsibility for the explosion of a drone in Tel Aviv. And something very interesting is that the drone attack actually resulted in an explosion right next to, I think, an extension of the U.S. Consulate or embassy building or something like that. And the U.S. didn't really give a proper response to the whole issue, which really calls into question the leadership of our great leader, who otherwise is very energetic and very alive, and who always gives very powerful speeches, Mr. Joe Biden, the president. But the administration in general didn't really respond to it very much. But however, Israel, 2 days after this attack, for the first time ever, carried out a strike.
So that's that's the strike against Yemen, right?
Yeah, this is the one.
Okay, that makes sense, because you were saying the Houthis strike on Tel Aviv, and I was like, "There's no way they could do that. There's no way." But yeah, that makes sense.
Tel Aviv also doesn't look like a crab hole like this. This is obviously Yemen, where they can't develop anything because they're always busy hating and fighting. Yeah.
By the way, isn't like the same thing we're doing right now? Isn't like the same? It's always the same thing. We have a culture there where we have to go around starting everything with someone else, and then we whine like babies when there's any sort of response.
Yes.
Like we'll just sit there constantly, relentlessly poking a hornet's nest until we get stung, and then, oh, look, we're victims. We're victims. We're being persecuted.
Yeah. Yes. It was very pleasing to see this. Houthis say that at least 3 killed and 87 injured as Israeli airstrike hits Yemen day after Tel Aviv drone attack. So apparently a port military location was hit and completely engulfed. It was a devastating attack by Israel. And it's just ridiculous. I mean, these guys, these ridiculously dumb looking guys who try to intimidate people by dancing around and screaming like goats like this. We're actually bragging for quite a while now because they're targeting ships and they send rockets toward Israel which don't land. And they were proudly announcing that for the first time they actually hit Israel. Of course, Israel would get back to this. Would get back at them in response to this. And here is the solution. But unfortunately, of course, the Houthis can carry out as many attacks as they want. If Israel responds to this, it's obviously time to call this a genocide and to also call for a ceasefire.
That's a literal genocide right there.
So I want to immediately call for a ceasefire. Immediate ceasefire right now. Please, 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 people are suffering. Ceasefire now, please. Yeah. Mother Queen Apostate Mommy said Luke 15:7 explains what's really happened when a Mrs. AP converted. Meanwhile, Jake, this is what Islam does to people's brain. Hikmah of the day, Sahih Muslim 146.
Yeah, that Luke passage, that's the same passage that was just so that's where Jesus says, I tell you in the same way there will be more rejoicing in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous persons who do not need to repent.
Yeah.
That's a parable of the lost sheep.
Today's wisdom for Islam is these.
I think that's the
words.
snake one, the snake that crawls back into it.
Yeah, these powerful words by
Yeah.
the Prophet Muhammad.
That's becoming a famous one.
He said, "Verily, Islam started as something strange, and it would again revert to its old position of being strange, just as it started. And it would recede between the two mosques, just as the serpent crawls back into its hole." I'm very happy to always read here that the Prophet Muhammad basically described Islam as a snake. Gohan's Tilipuan says Jake Metaphysician should go to The View, where he can talk about other people's wives with other wifeys. Such a manly thing for a Muslim man to do. LOL. Yeah, he could join one of those Real Housewives shows, maybe. I don't know. It's kind of there's an interesting
Be
thing.
powerful.
Yeah. Beatrice Nunes said, I was kind of thinking of options for housewives. Beatrice Nunes said, "Message to Muslims: if you deny me before men, I will deny you before the Father. Chill, we don't lie and say we don't believe in him. There is no undercover Christian who says he is atheist." Yeah, I don't know what these guys are thinking, but if I was really a believer, the last thing I would do would be to go around and claim that I'm not.
Yeah, and it's just no, they've just become kind of contrarians, where whatever you are, they say you're the opposite. And we've been saying this for years now. Their attack against you is he's actually an undercover Christian, and their attack against me is he's actually an undercover atheist. So whatever you are, they just say you're actually something completely different. And why? Because, well, it helps them not have to do the difficult duty of actually responding to arguments.
Yeah, if I eventually converted to Christianity at some point,
He was always a Christian. He's lying.
No, they would switch. They would switch, and they would say, "Oh, he's not actually a Christian.
Oh,
He
yeah.
doesn't actually
He's
believe it."
pretending to be a Christian for money.
Exactly. If I came out as Jewish, they would say, "Look, he's obviously doing it for money." If I first became Jewish and then Christian, they would say, "Look, he's actually an atheist." It's if I became, I don't know, if I said today again, "You know what? I've considered everything. I am definitely an atheist. I am atheister than ever before." They would say, "No, you're just saying that to, I don't know, to gain atheist favors."
Yeah, and this goes back, guys. Been saying it for years, but the goal of Dawa is not to respond to people's arguments. It's to discredit the person who brings the arguments, and that way you don't, and then you could just dismiss the arguments, right? So it's a massive ad hominem. But when you're trained to do this, like your goal, if a person brings an argument against your prophet, your goal is to discredit the person who's bringing it, so you don't have to actually deal with the argument. And you just start making stuff up about the person, and maybe he's being paid by you, maybe something. And that's what you do. And you just saw an entire video of it from Jake.
That's what they do.
That's what they do.
That's what they do. Here's the New York Times saying Israeli jets bomb sites in Yemen linked to Iran-backed Houthis. The strike was retaliation for a drone attack launched from Yemen a day earlier, which evaded Israel's defenses and hit a building in Tel Aviv, killing one person. And here's once again some footage here.
Pierce Morgan. But is this proportionate? I mean, only one person died, and look at all this fire.
Yeah, this is the thing. I mean, it's just the people in charge of places like these, and the people who take control of places like these, seem to be beings or people of a very strange nature, very primitive, a very low form of human intellect. Imagine you are in this environment where everything looks like complete crap, where everything is dysfunctional, horrible, life expectation is low, life quality is terrible, worst ever. Your country is ranked in terms of quality of life, in terms of human development, somewhere at the bottom of the list, with all countries ranked. However, what you resort to doing, instead of making life better for everyone, is, how about we partake in this fight against one of the most developed nations in the world? and cause them to bomb us and to destroy our country even more. This is what happens when you are so dumb, when you are so low in terms of not just quality of life, but also quality of intellect. When you're such a dumb person and so underdeveloped, this is where you end up. You end up like the leaders of Yemen, who are like, oh, our terrible country, where half the population is starving, we're not bad enough. We have to be even worse. We destroy it a lot, but not enough. We have to invite Israel to destroy it even more. Fantastic solution. Keep going. Keep going. Mosh Cohen said, you guys are too nice. Jake, inshallah soon. Yeah. No, Mosh. Gay P says, did someone say something about coming out? I'm fabulous. Samuel Robinson said, I just had my first surgery at the ripe old age of 23. You're getting old, man. I was able to catch up on y'all's videos since I am off work for a week. Love the streams. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But at the end of your life, I would probably calm down and relax. I don't know, watch things and spend my time. Okay, you're watching things right now as we speak. So all the best, Samuel. All the best. Gabe said, I just got here. What did I miss? Also, it was amazing to meet you guys at the conference. I appreciate everything you guys do. Hey, I remember you. I remember you. I remember you. Yes, I do. I remember you. And I can now read a little bit of Hebrew where I can figure out that says Gabriel. Okay, yes. Alhamdulillah. Goat up. Wingerlings don't get discounts on Goat up, so think about that, nerds. Normal is overrated. Just a friendly reminder that International Apostasy Day is in a month's time. 22nd of August. Without lies, Islam dies. I will keep the super chat here once David comes back to put it in his face because he keeps saying, remind us, remind us. Mechanique, heard this once. Christianity can allow sex in heaven if angels, houris offer the reward and God would approve because men judge angels and marriage is no more. Odd reading of 1 Corinthians 6:3. Matt, I will leave this up to have David give his very weird response to that as well. Wesley McGee says, you mean AP has a purpose because of Islam? You see, this is the proof. Yeah. If it wasn't for Islam, I would be dead. If it wasn't for Islam, I would be completely depressed and meaningless in life. Islam is what gives me meaning, which just shows that Islam is the truth. Papa Krarai said, Muhammad's cartoon by David looks like male organ in bathrooms. AP's wife prevented him from suicide. Muhammad was prevented by Khadija, who did not become Muslim. Was Muhammad embarrassed because Khadija did not follow him? Well, to be honest, the narrative is that she did follow him, and she did pledge allegiance to him. But yeah, at least I have something in common with Muhammad. Yeah.
But she prevented him from suicide because he was suicidal. And she says, no, you're a prophet. As for the cartoon, was Muhammad embarrassed because Khadija did not follow him? What, off the cliff? What are you talking about? I do remember something about how she would still pray to pagan goddesses when things were wrong and stuff. But as for the cartoon part, which cartoon? You mean this one? Muhammad in hell screaming out, why, Jake? Why did you do this to me?
Yeah, I think Khadija was probably a terrible wife.
What?
I think Khadija was probably a terrible wife by Islamic standards because he prevented him from he didn't listen to his wisdom. He wants to kill himself, and he's like, no. Know your place. You're a woman, you're a wife. He's the wise prophet.
Gosh, I mean, imagine being in that situation. Like if she had known the future,
Mhm.
she's like, oh, okay, my husband is insane and suicidal. He thinks he's demon possessed and he's trying to hurl himself off a cliff. Let me say anything that will help him not commit suicide right now. Maybe calm him down. Oh, honey, I think you're a prophet. Really? I am? If she had known the future and the damage this would have done, maybe she'd have come up with a different plan there.
That would have been based. Here, David, this is for you. Normal, it's overrated. Said just a friendly reminder that International Apostasy Day is in a month's time, set 22nd of August. Without lies, Islam dies.
We should have a big. We should do something big on that day. Hey, we should contact all the apostates we know who like do YouTube and stuff. Whose faces are out there and stuff. Try to do something like I'm talking like 8-hour live stream, bringing them in one after another to share on that day. That'd be something good to do. Something super big and dope right there.
And bring me on. I have a register, of course. I have records of all the apostates out there, all the ex-Muslims. I have all their names and everything because they have to register with me when they leave Islam. A mechanic said, "Heard this once: Christianity can allow sex in heaven if angels who raise offer the reward, and God would approve because men judge angels and marriage is no more." Odd reading of 1 Corinthians 6:3 and Matthew 22:30. This is for David too.
Yeah, definitely an odd reading. If you're reading Hori's in there somewhere. Guessing you heard that from a Muslim or something? I don't know.
Biggest. Apostate of Allah said, by the way, Apostate of Allah has her own channel now. She has her own channel now and is making her own videos. And whenever somebody who follows us and does things, makes videos and have their own channel, I would always recommend going and checking it out. Especially if somebody shows their face. Because showing your face is kind of a, what? You have 3,600 subscribers already? What is this?
That's pretty quick.
I didn't even need to say anything. I didn't even.
Your 1,000 are usually by far the most difficult to get. Your first 1,000. So if you already leapfrogged right to 3,600, then
not 36. Oh, 3,600. Okay. 3.6 thousand subscribers. This is pretty good. It's pretty good. Apostate of Allah.
We should. Hey.
What?
Hey, leave a share. Tell us what you think your best video is. Maybe we'll check it out tomorrow. Since we're going to be watching. We're going to be watching the world premiere of Muhammad Meets Queers for Palestine. But maybe we'll check out another video along the way.
She's not a chair. She's a person, a human. I don't know why you're calling her a chair. But she has a video, Why I Left Islam, which has 18,000 views. Very nice. I didn't even notice.
9 minutes. That's a good length. Let's watch it. Let's watch it tomorrow.
Not paying attention.
Let's watch it tomorrow. Dang it. What?
I should definitely check it out. So I will probably watch this tomorrow. I will probably watch this on Monday when David is not here by myself.
We'll probably watch it tomorrow on my live stream.
Yeah. So I don't think David has any plans to watching this, so I will probably check this out and maybe do a live stream on this.
Yeah. So tomorrow when we definitely watch this.
But hey, nice. Well done. Well done. This is very good stuff. Very good stuff. I support every ex-Muslim, especially if they come out from watching us to creating their own stuff. That's fantastic. Totally support it. Go support, go subscribe, go check it out. Noamto says, my reals and stocks pretty worthless now. Also AP's page, as in GeoCities page. Yes, it is. Indeed, it is very much. Very much. Fatal Mephitis says, did Mrs. Apostate write this out for you on a whiteboard? You and David and Dawa would need to repent and recite the Shadubi. The Shabudi. MLSGA, make loose straps great again. Yeah. This is powerful. I wasn't sure exactly about whether my wife actually became a Christian or not because she didn't write it on a whiteboard. However, I think I'm convinced at this point that she did. So. Paolo Lungaro, you guys mind if I use some of those pages of the Quran? I'm out of toilet paper. This is terribly Islamophobic and racist, so take note of that. And yeah, keep it up. Mushko and Dawa Muppets asking people genuinely, please share this video. Rest of the world for the same reason. Oh, please, God, share this video. I would always encourage everyone to watch and share all the Muslim apologists videos because they're so dumb. They require less work on our behalf. That's good. D. Boudreau, this is clickbait to bring Muslims to AP's channel. Alhamdulillah. Thanks, Jake. Yes. This is true. What is this? Most watched video. What Islam does to Muslims, 44,000 views. Based. 44,000 views. This is good. You're doing very, very well. Apostate of Allah, whom David calls chair for some reason. Very, very nice stuff. Go check out Apostate of Allah. Warren Mironi said, okay, so I know Islam is a joke, but did Muhammad really get caught with a handsome man coming out of his house in the morning?
Warren,
David,
tune in tomorrow. We will be talking more about this because, spoiler alert, it comes up in Muhammad's discussion with Queers for Palestine. But yeah, basically you have this you have these stories in both Sunni and Shia sources. You have these stories about Muhammad saying, hey, do you know who this guy is? And they all go, Diha al-Kalbi. And he goes, no, that's the angel Gabriel. And then there's this one where he's behind a curtain, and everyone understood when Muhammad goes behind the curtain, that's for his private meetings with Diha al-Kalbi. And anyway, this guy actually goes behind the curtain one day, finds Muhammad asleep on Diha al-Kalbi's lap. And then Diha al-Kalbi says, here, let me hold up his head, and then you get in place to his head can be on your lap. And so he does it. They switch places. And so when Muhammad wakes up, he's like, who are you? I fell asleep with someone else. And he says, he explained the situation. Muhammad goes, oh yeah, that was the angel Gabriel. That wasn't Diha al-Kalbi. And so it's basically, if you believe Muhammad, then you believe that this was actually the angel Gabriel having private behind the curtain meetings with Muhammad in his house and so on. If you're anyone else, you look at this and you're going, come on, man. Come on. Are you joking? This is like the dumbest thing ever. I mean, just imagine you're a woman, your husband comes home. He's like, I saw a guy sneaking out the window. And she's like, oh yeah, that was an angel, honey. Oh, okay. Well, if you say it was an angel, then that's fine. I saw him sneaking out the window there. That's just fine. So yeah, that's the actual situation. Maybe we'll go through some of those sources. I don't know. I'd have to get them all together. We'll see what time is like.
Yeah, in Islam, Gabriel is basically the gay excuse of Muhammad. Yeah, makes sense. Pretty bad. Ronan says, couldn't be here for the full stream, sadly. How many Quran pages have been destroyed? Oh, wait a minute. Not enough. It's never enough. Here's one more for you. Just for you.
Just
because
for
of
you.
Jake. Here's one more. Oh, wait, this was already half destroyed. Terrible. Okay, here's one more.
Wait, how many are you doing? How many are you doing? You keep saying one more, but you said it multiple times, so I don't know if there's more than one.
I think it's one and a half. It's basically two, yeah.
Okay, I'll just do two. Yeah.
Actually, I did one more. Sorry, Dave. This is getting weirder and weirder. How this looks. It's fine. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. What is she saying here about
Jews are being lumped up with polytheists, starting up. So, what I learned today in chapter 98, starting at verse 6, is that Christians and Jews are being lumped up with polytheists, and they are the worst of creatures. And by my deductive reasonings, the best of creatures have to be Muslims.
So what's the problem with this? We all know that Christians and Jews and polytheists are the worst of creatures.
Huh. That surely can't cause some kind of superiority complex with Muslims.
No.
I mean, if they're God himself
0% chance.
told them that they are better than everybody else.
The chosen. They're the
I wonder
chosen.
what kind of people that would create.
Chosen.
I don't know. It sounds like
create chosen.
Sounds like you're reading into it because obviously the Quran only says that Muslims are superior and all the others are Jews and Christians and polytheists are worse than cockroaches. This is just something that Allah says. You're just reading into it and acting like this is a bad thing. It's because you're one of the worst of creatures. That's why you believe that. This is good stuff. What does Islam do to Muslims? Apostate of Allah, go subscribe, everybody, including you, David. That also goes for you. Dutch fella made a super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Zane said, Light and Christ asked if you two can react to the new hijab movie trailer. Light in Christ asks, you said
I
ask.
have to watch it.
Ask, because these are two separate people. Light in Christ asks if you two can react to the new hijab movie trailer. What hijab movie trailer?
He's apparently in some movie. I haven't seen the trailer or something like that, but yeah, he announced that he's going to be in some movie or something like that.
Oh, wait a minute. I saw an announcement, and he was actually, yeah, okay, I remember. He was sitting there and talking about how he's going to be in a movie or a TV show or something like that. And what he was saying is, and this is for all my supporters, and this is a reward for you for your loyalty, and this and that. And he was saying, and it is not going to be on Netflix. No, it is going to be right here on this channel. I just found that very weird. Like, isn't that why would you say that? Isn't that the worst option out of those two? I mean, it would be fantastic if you said, and it's not even going to be on this channel. No, it is going to be on Netflix. That would be brilliant. But he does the opposite. He's like, and no, it's not even going to be on Netflix. No, it's going to be right here on this channel. Okay, fantastic. So nothing special.
Well, he's a tactical genius, so you know it's going to be good.
Man, Christopher C. said, we pray for our enemies and those who persecute us around these parts. May God heal Jake and show him the truth of Christ. I like the sentiment and the attitudes, and also encourage wishing goodness and no suffering upon Jake. And I also hope that he can find some resolve in one of the Prophet Muhammad's prescriptions, like camel urine mixed with milk and Zamzam water. Ronan said, Matthew 5:43-45, but I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, that you may be children of your Father in heaven. Yeah, David, in your face. There's
got me on that one.
Daniel the Kinkajou. What is this? I think it's clear that Islam is dying. I just wonder how it's going to look in the near future. Things are already becoming pretty ugly. Thoughts? I don't like to think very much, so I don't have anything to say about this. But what do you think, David?
Yeah, Islam is dying and rotting from within. That doesn't mean things are going to be very pretty right now, because I don't know. It's like a wounded animal, kind of gets more angry and aggressive. That's why we're seeing more Dawa than ever. They're in panic mode. They're rallying around their Dawa guys. So got to deal with this stuff. But you're right in the sense that that's not the only thing that's wrong with the world right now. So yeah, lots of work to do, ladies and gentlemen.
And there you have it. David Wood just called all Muslims animals.
Did not. Called Islam.
Paulo Longaro said, Uhtuf phenomenon is that sharp pain suit down your spine when the head is bent.
That Jake was saying. Is that so? That thing is connected to MS?
Oh yeah, Uhtuf phenomenon is the worsening of neurological symptoms in multiple sclerosis and other demyelinating diseases when the body is overheated. This may occur due to hot weather, exercise, fever, saunas, hot tubs, hot baths, and hot food and drink. Wow, this is quite interesting. For a second here, this felt like one of those nerdy channels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Mike Winger or something.
Yeah, it sounds like some stuff Mike Winger would be saying.
That's what David would say. Sabi said, as a registered nurse, I understand how terrible MS is, and I wish him all the best. And as a Christian, I pray for his soul to be saved. I appreciate it. Microsoft is terrible in different ways.
Yeah, I had a friend Antonio with with MS who died, and AP is making fun of him for dying right now. No, he was actually, if people remember the Dearborn thing, where we actually went back after we got arrested. Then they took our cameras and stuff, so I went and bought a new camera. Then we went back, but we made sure we were completely outside of the festival, and then they came and got us anyway. Antonio was one of the guys standing there with me back then. He was actually
Antonio,
funny. He had MS, but in that video, he was still standing. The next year I saw him, he was walking with a cane, and then the following year and so on. And then a couple years later, he was in a wheelchair. He was saying he was always in pain. And then he died. So yeah, he's not one of the guys. So he was still pretty young. So he's not one of the guys who, again, you can live to be 70 with MS, depending on the severity and stuff. But yeah. So anyway, point is, I've witnessed that before.
Buongiorno.
Why are all the people who have MS Italian? It's very weird. Sal Willis said, Mohammed says, look what you made me do. How was the conference? I live in Ohio and I was thinking of going, but came down with COVID. You should have come with COVID to make everyone else sick. That would have been fun. That's what I would do. It was good. It was good. I especially liked one part where they had a special guest on stage who talked about Islam and Dawa and stuff. His name was Sheikh Agoubi. I didn't pay attention to anything else at the conference. But David, how was it?
It's pretty good.
Good? Okay, interesting. Tezbot said, is it time to leave UK? Sorry to hear you and your wife are getting grief from idiots. I'm not sorry at all about that. But thank you for your sympathy. Is it time to leave the UK? No, it's not. It's time to stay there and change things. I was going to say fight, but that might be taken out of context.
Fight!
But it's always time. It's always good to stay and not give up. Hope.
Never give up. Never surrender.
Which is, of course, funny for me to say. I left Turkey, but it's different because I don't care about Turkey because I don't feel Turkish. I don't feel part of Turkish culture. In fact, I think Turkey is a terrible bird that doesn't even taste good, and not sure why it's so popular, and a terrible place to live as well, and a terrible place with terrible ideas and terrible governments and so on. Yeah, I'm kind of slightly distracted because I just knocked my Red Bull over and almost got it all over my sound board system.
Allah has humiliated you, you little weakling. This is what you get. This is what you get for desecrating so many pages of the Quran. Now you spilled your Red Bull. I bet you'll think again before you ever do this again.
You see, it's the proof. You see. I'm gonna send this as a gift to someone, or maybe just walk down the street and give it to some random person. And I'll say, here, take the L. Robin.
You say that. So when we're watching videos, you just go take the L and hold up.
Yeah. Take the L. Here. Robin Hood Dawa, the powerful Dawa guys. It is indeed. Alhamdulillah. Heat Blair says, hi, it's Batsheva. Met you both at Ohio conference. Thank you both again, and sorry to David Wood for my car alarm interrupting him. Also, please find me some Monty AP. Oh, okay, I remember you. Hey, AP, thank you. Appreciate it, guys. It was very nice to meet you. We talked about Turkish food.
So that was your car alarm, eh? Coincidence?
Yeah. I heard that a car alarm, and I was thinking of finding that car and destroying it, but didn't do it because I was too lazy.
Because you're a weakling.
But very nice to meet you. Glad you were there. John West said, Mo, it was a dry heat until Jake made me cry. No, it's hot and humid.
It was a dry heat until Jake made me cry. Now my tears are evaporating because of the flames, and it's humid in here. Why, Jake? Why?
Why'd you do that, Jake? Why'd you do that? You're a fake prophet.
That's what they do. Robin Hood says the IDF letting it go unanswered isn't an option. Yeah,
that's true.
That's what they do.
By the way, yeah, I mean, imagine how much that sucks. Because so now they got Yemen sending drones at them. They've got Hamas to deal with. They've got people in the West Bank. They've got Syria. Imagine just being surrounded by people who are constantly trying to bomb and kill you, and the entire world expects you to do nothing. Just if you respond, you're evil. I mean, it seems like you just say, okay, I can't. The world sucks, and there's nothing I can do to please the rest of the world. So I just have to crush these guys who keep trying to kill us.
This is why Israel is now kind of in this whole mindset of like, you know what? We tried to be the good guys for a long, long time. But no matter what we do, they feel just the same way about us. They want to take from us, they want to kill us, and they want to blame us. Maybe it's time to change things. This is basically how Israel feels right now. This is also how they talk in Israel. So, and it's a valid point. It is a valid point.
It is.
I have this thing. I don't know what this looks like here, but here's another thing
Looks like
made
a
from
Hebrew letter.
From 2 Quran pages. I don't know. It looks like something in the reproductive system. Robin Hood, YouTube censored my IDF comment. Shame on YouTube. YouTube.
I don't buy your Ella.
Wait, wrong button. YouTube.
You're sick. You're sick.
Yeah. Amma said, I wonder what his wife's dry erase board says. We have to check that out. I want to make a response video to Jake and say, we are all wondering what your wife's whiteboard says. Why haven't you talked about this? Can you please make a video about your wife's whiteboard? Can you show me? Because we all want to see what your wife's whiteboard says. We already know what Dawa's wife's whiteboard says. What about yours? This next sucker Nike said, did you see a picture of Trump shooter? He looks like a total nerd. By the way, where are David and AP to condemn this? I saw him. He looks like a disturbed little child. But David doesn't agree. David thought the guy looked very, very cool and based.
Yeah, I thought he was like super, super based, Mike Winger level Chad.
Yeah. And that's why David is also not condemning it. So I wanted to condemn it. I wanted to make a joint statement to condemn the shooter, but David said, hold on, stop. He kind of looks based, like Mike Winger. So maybe we shouldn't be too quick to condemn this. Yeah. So it's David's fault at this point. Gotub said hijab was also in a short film about being in a boxing match against himself. LMAO. Oh, I saw that. It was a long time ago. Yeah.
It's actually a funny idea because these guys always end up saying things that like destroy their own arguments. Like I did a Yasser Qadhi versus Yasser Qadhi debate where on the one hand he was saying perfect preservation right down to the letter, and the other he's saying, of course we have different Qurans with different words and letters and so on. And so I put them against each other in debate. But yeah, so if they can debate themselves by completely contradicting themselves over time, you can do the same thing with Muhammad Hijab, because he was one of the guys, perfect dot for dot, letter for letter. And then later on, of course, there are different Qurans. So you can do the exact same thing. But yeah, why not box? Why not box himself?
Yeah. He was also in another short film that I didn't see because I don't watch such things. Gabe said, is Islam gay? The title of my next article. Any resources would be very much appreciated. David, there you
go. Yeah, you just tune in tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow, Gabe. Tune in tomorrow for the show.
Why are you gay? Hiccup Chew says, I think he meant AP is a raunch atheist. Probably just a spelling issue with this guy. I think so too. I think that's actually what he meant to say. What he meant to say. A raunchy atheist. Something like that. I don't know. Jake has been very interested in me and has been he has this whole romantic thing with me he has had that for a long time, and it is creepy to me personally. It is a bit creepy because it's one-sided, and it is very weird. But he has had this thing going on for me for a long time, and I don't know why. That's why he's going after my wife, because he's jealous. And look what he did to David here. Now David looks like a cute girl with something in her hair.
It's a beret.
Governor's Bulldozer, you should check out the video game Disco Elysium. Are you kidding me? I played that through several times and got all the achievements as well. So jokes on you, Governor's Bulldozer. It's a very in-depth character RPG that deals with many things like ideology, personal issues, and people's inability to let go of the past. I know it's a very deep and very, very seriously deep game that you would not expect from a game. It's very deeply philosophical and psychological. Very, very nice stuff. Also, Discourse skill system is based on stuff like empathy and inquisitiveness. Also, you should go into it knowing as little as possible. I did. I played it multiple times. Stop pressuring me. All right, David, what's up?
Indeed. Well, just happy that we've been able to get through this bit of exposure therapy. Notice that we are both exposure therapists. That's what we do. That's what we do. And guys, just so everyone knows, this is kind of the long-term goal of this kind of stuff. That we just had decades of people being slaughtered in the name of Allah for criticizing Muhammad, making fun of Muhammad, making cartoons of Muhammad, and so on. So how do you eventually deal with that situation? You got to normalize it. Problem is, lots of people in the West don't actually want to offend people or hurt people's feelings and so on. And so, fortunately for us, we've got the Dawa guys who are helping people warm up to the idea of desecrating the Quran and making fun of Muhammad to make the world a safer place.
I don't understand why people don't like it. I think it's one of the great pleasures in life.
It is.
Go
Matter of
around
fact,
and hurt other people's feelings. I love it.
Matter of fact, I forgot about this one. Oh man. Oh gosh. Okay, we got this one right here. We got this big boy. Look at it. Oh, look at that one. Look at the size of it.
Look at that one right there.
Isn't she a beauty? Oh,
Well, that's a beaver right there.
You feel that, Jake? You feel that, Jakey? Look at what you did. You got this giant Quran page just torn out of there. Look at that. Look at the size of it. Whoa.
Well, look at what you've done there, son.
Look how easily it falls apart there, isn't it? Oh, wow.
Look at what you've done here.
You did this. Was it worth it, Jake? So the only question we got for you.
Was it worth it?
Was it worth it?
Look what you've done.
Were those
mate.
insults worth it? Worth standing before Allah and explaining yourself why you caused this? Is it worth it, mate?
Is it really worth it, mate?
Terrible choice. Terrible choice. Your brother in Christ. Hey, what's up, your brother in Christ? Your brother in Christ said you missed the recording of Queers for Palestine. It was epic. It also took to 8:30 a.m. This is true. For those who don't know, for those who will be watching the video when it comes out, they will never know how long it took and at what times we were actually awake. Well, okay, they do know now. But how long it took and how sleepless we were when we recorded it. But that's indeed true. So David said to me, "Oh yeah, we're going to record the Queers for Palestine video, and it's probably going to take like an hour or something, and we'll be done with that, and then we'll go home, and it will just be like a little bit into the night, and then we will be done recording and all that." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm sure that's how it's going to go down. Yeah, I am sure that's exactly what's going to happen." Because I'm very familiar with the trajectory of these recording plans. It's always exactly like that. Just a few minutes, just an hour, and then we're done. But of course, we met up, and then we were there all night, and eventually, early in the morning, as the sun was going up, we finished recording the Queers for Palestine video together. Looking totally fabulous.
We did look fabulous.
And I was dead, both inside and outside. And what's also funny is Hatun was there, and she was kind of helping us record it. And she just looks at us the whole time as we are dressed in this ridiculous way and acting completely gay. And she just looks at us with a serious face, shaking her head occasionally, thinking, "Look at these degenerates."
And then at one point, you said, "Hatun, what are you thinking?" And she goes, "I'm just praying for you."
Yeah, I said Hatun is probably thinking right now, "Look at these degenerates." And then she said, "No, I am just praying for you that you find Jesus Christ." She's nice. She is fun. But yeah, there was some really, really rough recording right there, and it went very, very well. I actually wanted to show a photo of that as a preview to how it went. I think I'm going to post it in a bit. All right, David, we're going to be live tomorrow on your channel.
Watching Muhammad Meets Queers for Palestine. World premiere.
It's going to be the most LGBTQAI plus friendly content on a Christian channel that we have ever seen.
Hey, ERO just asked you, so what is this channel? Protestant, Orthodox, or Catholic?
ERO said, so what is this channel? Protestant, Orthodox, or Catholic? It's pro-Orthodox.
It's non-denominational.
It's non-denominational, non-religious, non-denominational. I need to make up a new word for it. I don't know. But no, it's neither of those things, actually. That's the mystery about it. That's the mystery. Alhamdulillah. It might be soon a Jewish channel. See? You see this? Alhamdulillah. Anyway, tomorrow we will be exposed to LGBTQAIFK plus Christian content, and it will be fabulous. Alhamdulillah.
It will be.
Until then, always have a fantastic day. Have a safe flight, and thanks for choosing Apostate Airlines. David, you will hurt yourself. Thanks everyone for watching. And as always,
You sick in the mind? Are you that?
Sorry, wrong clip. As always,
stay away from Islam. Stay away from Islam.
There is an echoing. Anyway, have a fantastic day, and as always,
stay away from Islam.
Peace.